and you can't worry about what's ahead. You also can't worry about what's behind. Whatever you've done up to this point doesn't matter. The wins, the losses, your stats, they have no impact on what's going to happen today. And that's just something that we can't think about. And so when you ask me that question, it's not even really a thought from me, and it's not even it's never even popped into my head to think about that. It's just we got to focus on what we're doing right now.
Before I let you go, you mentioned the 3,000 strikeout. Obviously, Clayton Kershaw going to retire at the end of this year. You and Kike have been teammates with him the longest on this team. What's he meant to you?
Everything. It's just from day one that I was here, he welcomed me in. He was, always trying to help everybody. And, the biggest thing I've always talked about with him was the message he sends in his leadership is, when he shows up, he's working harder than anybody. And, even today, he's put in more work than anyone today already. And he's not even playing today. He's not pitching today. And that's just the guy that he is. That's the competitor that he is. And when, a future Hall of Famer who's worn this jersey as long as he has is sending that message without saying anything, it's hard not to follow in his footsteps. And, for me, just the work ethic and how he prepares and how he goes out there and how he competes on the field, that's always been the biggest thing that I've always seen from him in terms of baseball. And then the other side of that for me is who he is as a teammate, who he is off the field, who he is as a father, as a husband. It's hard not to watch him and just say, man, he's kind of a model guy. Everything he does is just so great, and it's hard not to want to follow in his footsteps with that.
You're a pretty good guy yourself, Max. Good husband, good father, and a really good teammate. So thank you for the time.
Appreciate it, David.
Can't wait to see Max Muncy. Those goggles might be a little wet next time we see him. Boulevard Steak, the acclaimed modern steakhouse. That's where Max Muncy's going for its own prime cuts, fresh seafood, and incredible vibe. Just opened a new location in Calabasas. To make your own reservation at Boulevard Steak in Calabasas or Sherman Oaks, visit boulevardsteak.com. Tim, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, DV. Thank you, Max. Leading you up to first pitch from Arizona. It's the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. Up next, we're going to break down this pitching matchup. Don't go anywhere. I'm Tim Cates. It's the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
AM 570 LA Sports.
With LA Care Health Plan, you have more choices for your Medi-Cal coverage, including LA Care, Anthem Blue Cross, and Blue Shield of California Promise. Get free benefits like doctor visits, prescriptions, and nationwide emergency care. Join the LA Care Medi-Cal family today. Visit lacare.org/medi-cal.
Your car is an important part of your life, so make sure you're taking care of it. That's why I go to Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change, where they offer stay-in-your-car service while you wait. Locations all over Southern California. SoCalValvoline.com.
Hey, it's Andre Heath here. You know I love good food, family gatherings, and a winning lineup. And Superior Grocers knocks it out of the park every time. From fresh meats by Superior Ranch, like their juicy carne asada, to fresh camarones, handmade tortillas, guacamole, chips, and salsa. It's a grand slam of flavor. And the real home run, the savings. Superior Grocers is your one-stop shop for everything you need to make your next gathering a hit. Download the Superior Grocers app for weekly ads and digital deals. Superior Grocers. Quality, variety, and value.
I'm Money Smith here for Galpin Ford. We go way back, decades, and for 29 years in a row, they've been the number one Ford dealer by volume in the world. Incredible, right? And Mike Schwartz and Paul Olbrich want you to ask for them by name. That's the GM and the GSM. Number one, number two person there. They want to help you out. Browse from over 2,400 cars. Get your price. Choose your finance or lease terms. They'll drive it right to you. You want to hop off the 405 at Roscoe? Great. Say hi to them in person and get that easy financing with that exclusive 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. It's GalpinFord.com.
LA County has seen its share of devastation this year, testing the strength of our communities. I'm Dave Roberts, manager of LA's favorite ball club. In LA, we don't give up, we rebuild. And I love a strong comeback story. Our residents heard the call and stepped up in remarkable ways. We'll stand shoulder to shoulder to rebuild. And we're not finished. Water for LA is more than pipes and pumps. It's about protecting what we love, our homes, our health, and our environment. Learn more at waterforla.com.
This is Morongo Casino Dodgers on deck. On your home for LA Dodgers baseball.
Dodgers and Diamondbacks starting a 3-game series, final week of the regular season. First pitch coming up at 6:40.
And now, before the Dodgers hit the diamond, we look at the pitching matchup.
Presented by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Work hard and play hard in a new Tacoma with an I-Force turbocharged engine. It's a truck built for the bold. See your Toyota dealer today. They make it easy. Brandon Pfaadt on the mound for Arizona, 13-8, 5.02 ERA. 26-year-old right-hander made his major league debut in 2023, making his 32nd start this season. Last time out, 9 innings, 1 hit, 7 strikeouts. You think that'd be good enough for a win, but no, he got a no decision as the Diamondbacks fell to the Giants in 11 innings. In 16 home starts this year, he's 9-3 with a 3.15 ERA and 80 strikeouts. This is his 8th career start against the Dodgers, his 4th at Chase Field. He's won 4 of his last 5 starts against the Dodgers, going 4-0 with a 3.81 ERA and 28 strikeouts.
Some call it orgullo. Others call it el corazón taíno. But sometimes the journey is set on track with your ancestors cheering you on. For Francisco Lindor, el ting-ting de la plena was the first roar in the stands. Every at-bat was an encore. Every strike of the drum echoed like a promise. El destino no siempre avisa, pero llega con flow.
Tip of the cap, and now here we go. He gets Larry Walker. And here he is. He's going to face him right-handed. Why not? He looks like a catcher hitting. And now he's back to the left side. And a 2-out walk. So Walker reaches base after that first pitch. It was like the flyby here right after the anthem.
The name of the business is Legacy Catering. We all were talking about how mom taught us all how to cook. She was a cook at the public school system for ages. So we all started to cook with her, so we decided, to do the business, so we went to figure out what we're going to call it. So we said, let's cook in honor of our mother. So that's what Legacy came in. And just remember that Legacy Catering is about people, and this is what barbecuing is all about, and this is why we love it.
California.
When you look at a Ford F-150, you'll see hard work, a great adventure, and so much more. Inside and out, it's designed for the family, the road trip, and the most demanding jobs.
With that kind of versatility, it's no wonder it's America's best-selling truck for 48 years and counting.
The 2025 Ford F-150. From California's best-selling truck brand, Ford. It's time to see Ford in a new light.
We want to remind you that every time the Dodgers win, Cars for Kids wins because we're making a donation. And you should too. Donate that old car to Cars for Kids now. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS today, and they'll pick up your car as soon as tomorrow. It's the quickest, easiest way to get rid of your unused vehicle. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go to carsforkids.org. That's 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go to carsforkids.org. Remember, that's Cars with a K.
This is Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck. On your home for the blue all season long.
Dodgers and the Diamondbacks, Shohei Ohtani and Brandon Pfaadt, the pitching matchup. Start of a 3-game series. Dodgers' magic number is 3 with 6 to play. 2.5 games up over the Padres in the NL West. First pitch coming up at 6:40. Before that, though, let's head back out to the booth. One final time before first pitch. Tim Neverett, Rick Monday, guys.
Tim, thank you very much. The pitching matchup tonight, Shohei Ohtani to start. Brandon Pfaadt is going to go for Arizona, 13-8. He's 2-0 against the Dodgers this year. Career, he's 4-2. Now, in his career, Mo, he started out 0-2 against the Dodgers. He's won his last 4 decisions.
Yeah, and he's pitched well. The last outing, in fact, he allowed 1 hit
with 27 batters that he faced. So for Fott, yeah, he's on a roll. And for the Dodgers, they need to continue to be on a roll. And for Ohtani, trying to pick up his second victory. And for Ohtani, keep in mind, he's been a different pitcher on the road. ERA 4.95. At home, only 1.71. Same situation as far as Fott. He's been much, much better at home than on the road.
And for Ohtani, against left-handed hitters, he has the best average against in the National League. Lefties are only hitting 143 against him, and they have not hit a home run against Ohtani from the left side of the plate this year. Ohtani and Fott, that's the pitching matchup as the Dodgers and Diamondbacks set sail on this 3-game series. Tim?
All right, thank you, guys. We'll keep an eye on what's happening down at Petco Park tonight as the Padres take on the Milwaukee Brewers. Dodgers' magic number is 3. Combination of Dodger wins and Padres losses, you add it up to 3, and the Dodgers will be able to clinch the division. Can't happen tonight, but could happen tomorrow. The Dodgers win and the Padres lose tonight. You know what I'm saying. Dodgers, most important thing, take care of business behind Shohei Ohtani, who will lead off the game tonight as the designated hitter, and then he will be on the mound for the Dodgers when we come back. Dodgers, Diamondbacks, enjoy it from the desert. This has been Morongo Casino Dodgers on Deck on the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
World champions once again, my friend.
World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers.
This is just the beginning of this team's title window.
Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way. Yeah.
This has been Morongo Casino Dodgers on Deck on the world champion Dodgers Audio Network.
You either with me or against me, though.
Living out their dream.
They've added even more.
Now we go for 2 in a row.
Win, 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 win. Yeah. Curve everything else. Win, 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 win.
In the backyard and dreaming about this moment.
Start chasing that chip. Stop. Win, 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 win.
This has been Morongo Casino Dodgers on Deck, the MVP for fun, food, and good times. Dodgers baseball is brought to you by Superior Grocers.
Quality, variety, and value.
Shakey's Pizza.
Get more meal for deal at Shakey's.com.
And by Estrella Jalisco.
Back-to-back home runs in the bottom of the ninth.
First pitch is just moments away on your home of the world champion LA Dodgers. The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
National League West Division champion.
10,000 hours.
There's still more steps to take.
Get to stepping. So go ahead and give us the flowers.
Just getting started.
Gotta know by now it's way more than luck.
This team has continued to pour resources into the roster.
All eyes on us.
Sometimes your calling doesn't shout. It hums like a lullaby floating through a warm night in San Pedro. Before he could walk, El Niño had already taken his first step toward greatness. For Fernando Tatis Jr., baseball wasn't just in the house because Papá was a pro pelotero. It hung over his cradle like a promise. Desde la cuna, El Niño ya tenía swing.
I'm gonna go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich.
Uh-huh.
Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some
crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
I can't imagine transitioning from loving baseball cards to then knowing it's inevitably coming that you're going to be on baseball cards. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, I think the first card I saw was when they did some for USA Baseball, and then now seeing my face, seeing me playing baseball on a card, it was surreal. It wasn't that, like, it was that moment where we're like, wow, this is really something.
Your everyday purchases can earn you serious.
Sopita en polvo con el mejor sabor. Tú y Maggi, el secreto del sabor dominicano.
At City of Hope, we're pushing the boundaries of science, targeting cancer at the molecular level.
Sometimes your calling doesn't shout. It hums. Like a lullaby floating through a warm night in San Pedro. Before he could walk, El Niño had already taken his first step toward greatness. For Fernando Tatis Jr., baseball wasn't just in the house because Papa was a pro pelotero. It hung over his cradle like a promise. Desde la cuna, El Niño ya tenía swing.
Well, this is a World Series card. Everybody said, what's it going to be to pitch against Sandy Koufax, who's a dominant pitcher. I said, I hope I don't embarrass myself. And I didn't. Pitched my first shutout ever. We won 6-0, and my parents were there. My mom was afraid of heights, so she was in the upper deck. She had to come down and trade seats with somebody so she could actually watch her 20-year-old son pitch a shutout in the World Series.
Too stylish to have.
Galpin Motors broadcast booth.
And now your voices of the LA Dodgers.
Rick Monday and Tim Neverett.
Live from Chase Field in downtown Phoenix, Arizona, it's the final road trip of the season. The Dodgers have 6 games left in the regular season to play. And for this Dodger ball club, still a magic number in front of them to clinch another Western Division title. They have already wrapped up postseason play. But for the Dodgers, along with Major League Baseball, plenty of playoff implications over the final week of the season. Hi, everybody. Rick Monday alongside Tim Neverett and with producer-engineer Dwayne McDonald. All across baseball, both leagues. Boy, it comes down to the final 6 games of the season to see who continues on the postseason play. In the background, Arizona takes the field. And for the Diamondbacks, they're knocking on the door as well for a postseason berth. Time is running out for them. And for this Dodger ball club, they have to take care of their own backyard. They lead it by a score of 88-68 is their record so far this season, although they're 3 games below 500 on the road. Here's the starting lineup. Shohei Ohtani, double duty tonight. He's not only the designated hitter, he's also the pitcher. It's going to be Mookie Betts batting second and playing in shortstop. Freddie Freeman is at first base. Max Muncy is at third. Teoscar Hernandez is in right. Michael Conforto, swinging a much hotter bat, is in left field. At second base tonight, Tommy Edman. Andy Pages is in center. And Ben Rortvedt will be doing the catching and batting in the number 9 spot. For Ohtani, Shohei making his 14th start, looking for his second victory, an ERA of 3.29. And Ohtani working to this Arizona ball club, and they can maneuver the bases. So look for the track team if they have the opportunity in tonight's ball game. The umpiring assignments, Junior Valentine will work the plate tonight. He'll call the balls and strikes. The crew chief, Marvin Hudson, is at first. Ryan Blackney umpiring at second, and Trip Gibson is over at third. We'll join you same start times tomorrow, 5:30, Morongo Casino. Dodgers on Deck show, first pitch at 6:40. Happy to have you with us. Game 1 of 3. It's the Dodgers in the Valley of the Sun against the Diamondbacks. And with the play, here's Tim.
Thank you very much, Mo. Shohei Ohtani standing in. His first at bat, brought to you by Asahi Super Dry Beer, embodying the refreshing taste of modern Japan. Go beyond the expected. Dodgers, their traveling road grays, Dodgers across the chest. White home uniforms with the Arizona A on the left side of the chest, the Sedona red caps. And now Brandon Pfaadt throws the first pitch of the ball game right on the outside corner for a called strike, and we're underway at 6:40 in the evening. 76 degrees inside. The roof is closed. It's 98 outside. Time and temp brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ohtani. 283 average, 53 home runs. He's now second in the National League. Ball is sliced down the left field side, not a play. Yeah, Kyle Schwarber hit a home run today for the Phillies. He's got 54, and Ohtani right behind him at 53. Phillies still playing, though. They're in a rain delay in the bottom of the 9th inning, tied at 3 with the Marlins. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Shohei. Been on base in 26 straight games. That's the longest streak by any player in the majors. He'll swing and foul it back off to our left. And now it's 1-2 still. 99 runs batted in. So bordering on 100. And he'll make his 100th start on the mound. He swings, hits a shot down to second base. 1 hop for Ketel Marte. He'll throw on to first. And that's how the game begins with a 4-3 putout. 1 away for the Dodgers in the top of the first.
Well, the Dodgers have seen Brandon Pfaadt 3 other starts, and he's 2-0 against them. Coming off a very good outing his last time on the mound.
Here's Mookie. Last 13 games, Betts hitting .370 with 4 home runs. He's also scored 13 runs in his last 13 games. .258 overall, 20 home runs, and 79 runs batted in. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Mookie swings, belts it to left field. That's a base hit. Couple of hops to the left fielder, Jake McCarthy. And Betts has the first hit of the series.
Well, indoors, now this is an artificial surface, but it does not play exceptionally fast. So even balls hit to the alleys, although you got big alleys, 413 to left center and right center.
It does play more like regular grass. Freddie Freeman, 1 out and 1 on. Freddie at .292, 4th in the National League in hitting now. And the pitch is thrown low and in. In fact, you look at the leaders in the National League. Trey Turner of the Phillies on top, .305. Nico Horner of the Cubs came into the game today, .299. Alec Burleson of the Cardinals, .293. And then there's Freeman. He'll swing and pop one up foul, third base side. It's a long run for Blaze Alexander. He'll make the catch on the warning track just north of the third base dugout, and there are 2 away. So he pops out foul to Alexander, and Max Muncy the batter. .248 for Max, 19 home runs. This is the 99th game he will play in this year.
For Betts, the second batter that Pfaadt faces tonight got a base hit. Pfaadt the last outing. 1 hit with 27 batters that he faced.
Career best outing. Here's the pitch. That's inside to Muncy. And he's got a repertoire of pitches. Fastball, sinker, sweeper, changeup, curveball, cutter.
Kitchen sink.
Yeah, he throws some more than others, but he'll throw them all during the course of an outing. 1-0 pitch to Muncy. He'll let it go for a strike, says home plate umpire Junior Valentine. Junior Valentine, a little deliberate with his strike calls. He'll wait a beat and then make it. Betts leads at first base, 2 men out. 1-1 pitch to Muncy. inside, and it's 2-1. Well, best week of the baseball season right now. A lot of teams will have a make or break this week.
For a lot of teams, this is the season this week.
And for the Diamondbacks, it is. This series is. This is make or break for them. They're a half game behind Cincinnati after the Reds lost, I should say, to the Pirates earlier today. And 1 game behind the Mets. The Mets and Cubs tied at 7 in the 7th. That's for the final wild card spot. Muncy fouls it off to the left and out of play. So we'll keep you updated as to what is going on with that on this Tuesday. Oscar Hernandez on deck. Shortstop Geraldo Perdomo playing up the middle. Slightly to the left of the second base bag. Stretched by Fott. And the 2-2. That's inside. Full count on Muncy. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, it looks like they're just trying to keep the ball in on his hands.
Muncy this season, 76 out of 306. Betts leads. He'll take off with the pitch. And the payoff coming. There goes Mookie. Ball is swung on and hit high and deep to right field. Corbin Carroll back to the track. He's got room. He makes the catch right at the base of the warning track. And the Dodgers are down on the top of the first. No runs, a hit, a man left. No Diamondback errors. Shohei Ohtani coming out to pitch. As we go to the bottom of the first inning, it's the...
Before he was feared on the field, Ronald Acuna Jr. was chasing wins on a different kind of field. For the Acuñas, el béisbol was a story told in fastballs and late-night rematches. Every loading screen was a part of the strategy. Smash de botones. Smash de jonrones. That's how La Bestia was born.
Jammed and a little pop-up. Everybody's coming, but the pitcher wants it. Now he's going to give way. What's he doing? It's going to be dropped.
Keystone Cops on the infield for the Rockies.
Isbell's got to beat him. Battling the sun. He bobbles and recovers. That's a highlight tape and a heck of a catch.
That went straight lawn dart. It's in the ground. On guard. That's it.
See, it comes off that stool down there and makes a nice catch. A hot line drive.
And Vladdy's applauding.
California, visit harrissocal.com today.
Shohei Ohtani up on top of the hill as we get set to start the bottom of the first inning. No score. Geraldo Perdomo switch hitting shortstop, batting lefty against Ohtani. 14th appearance for Ohtani, 1-1, 329 the earned run average. Looks like there's a baseball on the field out in deep left center. Andy Pajes will go retrieve it. And for Ohtani, last time out against the Phillies, 5 innings and no-hit baseball on the 16th of September. He was really good. An interesting note about that, too. He was the last pitcher since Madison Bumgarner on April 2nd, 2017, to have no hits allowed through 5 and have a home run in the same game. And the first pitch is in there for a strike on Perdomo. Perdomo has an 11-game hitting streak, hitting .290 overall, 19 homers and 97 runs batted in. Ohtani winds, kicks, fires. Ball is swung on. Bat goes one direction. It's a shallow fly ball to right, but coming in is Teoscar Hernandez. It's like a broken bat. He's got the handle in his hand, and the business end of the bat went over by the Dodger dugout. One away.
An extra screen that Major League Baseball is putting in every ballpark. That saved a possible, really severe injury right there in the fan.
One down, and here is Ketel Marte. Another switch hitter at the top of the order. Batting lefty, the second baseman with a .280 average, 26 home runs. Swings and misses as he took a healthy cut. That was a big swing by Marte on the first pitch from Ohtani. No balls and one strike. Marte this season against the Dodgers has had himself a pretty good time. Hitting .323, has 4 home runs. Marte awaits the 1-1 pitch. Ohtani winds, fires, and it's way inside, and that backs him up. One thing to look for Ohtani tonight. Dave Roberts saying in the dugout prior to the game today that if he's efficient through 5 innings, they may let him go out for a 6th. But it all depends on the game situation. 2-1. Swung on, ground ball to second. Right behind it, Tommy Edman. He is up with it, throws on to first to retire the jogging Marte. And there's 2 down.
I'll say one thing, it's 2 up and 2 down, and both batters have been jammed.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, groundbreaking research meets world-class expertise in treatment. U.S. News and World Report once again has named CHLA the #1 hospital in California. Learn more today at chla.org. Pitch to Corbin Carroll is inside ball 1. Carroll, the right fielder. .263 average, 31 homers for him this year. And he is really good on the bases. Got to keep him off the bags. And Ohtani just throws one right by him.
Tim, watch Marte coming back to the dugout. He yelled over to Moreno, who's in the on-deck circle, and he motioned his look. It signifies, look, the fastball's tailing away from a left-handed batter.
And Carroll looks low. 2 balls and a strike.
Which means it's going to be coming into a right-handed hitter.
Ohtani's thrown 3 fastballs. 2 of them have been right around the 100-mile-an-hour mark to Carroll. Now the pitch. Swung on, fouled back. A slider that time.
For Carroll, he's always a threat, and especially if he gets on base. 30-30, the 4th that the Diamondbacks have had.
2-2. 2 men out, nobody on. Ohtani ready to throw. He steps back, kicks, delivers. And Corbin Carroll takes strike 3. A curveball caught him looking. Strikeout number 1 for Ohtani comes on the curve. The side retired in order. We'll go to the 2nd inning.
Before he was feared on the field, Ronald Acuña Jr. was chasing wins on a different kind of field. For the Acuñas, el béisbol was a story told in fastballs and late-night rematches. Every loading screen was a part of the strategy. Smash de botones. Smash de jonrones. That's how La Bestia was born.
Broadcast booth on your official home of Los Angeles Dodgers baseball.
Top of the second inning. Teoscar Hernandez leads off, no score. Brandon Pfaadt overhead wide, and the pitch is over the outside corner for a called strike. Nothing in 1-2 Teoscar, 244 the average, 24 homers. And the right-hander delivers the 0-1 way outside. Top of the second brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. 1 strike. For the Dodger right fielder, right-handed batter waits in the pitch. And he'll see another strike go by. That time a cutter from Brandon Pfaadt. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Teoscar, who asks for time and has it granted. Ready for the 1-2 as Pfaadt steps back and deals home. That's outside. Another breaking ball, a sweeper. Teoscar Hernandez, Michael Conforto on deck, Tommy Edman after that. Outfield playing Teoscar pretty well straight up. In the pitch, he swings, hits a drive to left field and deep. Heading back is McCarthy to the track and to the wall. He leaps. It's gone. It's a home run for Teoscar Hernandez. His 25th of the season. And the Dodgers break on top 1-0.
On a 2-strike pitch, headed into the first row. Doesn't matter how far if it gets over the fence. And for Daniel Jewelers, proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond and your family jewelers is 1948. We encourage you to visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet along with $50 off a $99 coupon.
1-0. Michael Conforto next. And he'll take high and in ball 1. That's the 25th home run allowed by Brandon Pfaadt this year. Pfaadt 13-8. He's pitched much better here at home than on the road, but he has done a very good job against the Dodgers this year, 2-0. And the Dodgers trying to get some payback here tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike to Conforto.
Yeah, that's only the 4th home run he's given up in this ballpark this year.
Here's the 1-1. Conforto swings, pops it up back a third. Long run for Blaze Alexander. Still on the run. He'll make the catch in foul territory. Well, he can run. He can cover a ton of ground. Makes it look easy. He's got very smooth strides, and he got out there in foul ground and almost in shallow left and retires Conforto. Tommy Edman coming up. His first at bat presented by Edmunds. Get an offer for your car. Find your next one all on Edmunds.com. So Edman, a 226 hitter. And he will swing and miss the first pitch thrown to him for strike 1. 13 home runs for Tommy. That ties a career high for him. Switch hitter batting left. 0-1 pitch. And he will take low for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Last year in the National League Championship Series, he had 11 hits, 11 runs batted in. Tying a franchise record. Postseason series. Swings, fouls this one back. He had a really, really good postseason and helped the Dodgers in so many ways. They've been bothered and slowed by a poor ankle, and that seems to be much better at this stage of the season. One ball, 2 strikes to Edman. And the pitch. And that's low. Check swing. Did not go around. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Andy Pages on deck. Game 1 of 3. And think about this. 1 week from tonight, the Dodgers will be home in the wild card series. The postseason begins a week from tonight. And there are tickets available right now. If you're thinking about going to the postseason games at Dodger Stadium, now's your time to grab those tickets.
Tell you what, there is nothing like the atmosphere of postseason play.
3-2 pitch. Tommy swings and strikes out. 2 down. But to get those tickets, go to Dodgers.com/postseason. But yeah, it'll be a week from tonight it all begins.
Not certain yet of the exact start time, but we can tell you that next Tuesday the electricity will be full circle.
Andy Pye has the batter. He'll swing and he hits a drive to center field. This one's going to be caught though as center fielder Alec Thomas backpedals. He makes the catch. Dodgers get a run on the home run by Teoscar Hernandez. And after an inning and a half at Chase Field, it's the Dodgers 1, Diamondbacks nothing.
When you want.
Some call it orgullo. Others call it el corazón taíno. But sometimes the journey is set on track with your ancestors cheering you on. For Francisco Lindor, el ting-ting de la plena was the first roar in the stands. Every at-bat was an encore. Every strike of the drum echoed like a promise. El destino no siempre avisa, pero llega con flow.
It is a 1933 Gaudí Babe Ruth card. It is 8.5 PSA. It's rated higher than the one in the Smithsonian.
This card at one point came with a packet or a stick of chewing gum.
This card actually is almost a century old. It was bought for a penny.
So the fact that just the heritage of a card like this is now coming up almost 90 years later into an auction, it's a pretty special moment.
Whoa, he does not lack energy.
Rain earlier today, grass still a little wet.
First big league strikeout for Roldy Munoz, and you can put an exclamation point on it.
That's a weird one. Fenway special.
After review, the call of the field is a home run. The ball hit the foul pole.
Trevor Story, home run.
Gabriel Moreno, the designated hitter, will start things off here for the Diamondbacks in the bottom of the second inning. Dodgers 1, Arizona nothing. Ohtani's pitch, sweeper outside and low. And that's ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 to Moreno, right-handed batter. He'll take inside this time, 2-0. Moreno, 291 hitter.
Well, he's been hot lately. The last 15 games hitting .347.
And the 2-0 is high and away. It's 3-0. Ohtani falls behind Moreno. Blaze Alexander, the third baseman, on deck. And the pitch in there for a called strike this time, so it's 3-1. Here comes the 3-1 offer. Swing and a miss. That fills the count, 3-2. Ohtani with another good fastball.
That was not a dainty swing either.
Ooh. Some updates headed your way from different games that have some meaning. As we continue tonight, we'll have a few of those. Full count pitch from Ohtani. He kicks, fires. Swung on it. Foul tipped into the glove of Ben Rortvedt for strike 3. So he comes all the way back from 3-0 to strike out Moreno. That's strikeout number 2 for Ohtani. And Blaze Alexander, the third baseman, up. 235 the average, 7 home runs, 28 runs batted in. And Ohtani working home to Alexander. Sends it a little bit high for ball 1. Work hard and play hard in the new Tacoma with an iForce turbocharged engine. It's a truck built for the bold. See your Toyota dealer today. They make it easy. 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed right by him.
Alexander 1 for his last 9 at-bats.
And a 1-1 pitch. Alexander swings and misses at another. A sweeper that time. Chased it outside. Ball and 2 strikes to Alexander now. Field back, outfield pretty straight away. Pages maybe a step or two toward right center. 1-2, and Alexander looks at a heater up. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
99.5 miles an hour. It's 100.
Yep, got to round it up. Here's a 2-2. Inside, now the count full 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. 1 down, bases empty. Payoff pitch. Swung on, fouled back. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Ohtani ready to throw, shrugs his shoulders, shakes off the first sign, accepts the next one, and now the 3-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Got him with a sweeper. That's 3 straight strikeouts for Ohtani. 2 men are out here in the second. And here's Ildemaro Vargas, who's not a natural first baseman, but he'll catch the ball over there, and they've got him playing first base. I've been pretty happy with his play. He's been around a while. He'll take a strike on the outside corner. 2 men out. Dodgers with a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the second inning. And the Dodgers score first, by the way. Their record is 55-20. Muncy off the bag at third. Toes on the infield grass for the left-handed hitting Vargas, who could not check his swing and appeal down to third. And the third base umpire, Trip Gibson.
It looked like that Vargas, Tim, was pointing to the third base umpire himself.
Every once in a while, you see a batter do that, and you wonder why. 0-2 pitch. That's low. Haven't seen it a lot, but every once in a while you'll see the hitter getting rather defensive, and they'll point down to the umpire and say, look, he'll tell you I didn't swing. But in this case, it wasn't that. 1-2. Swinging a ground ball toward the middle. Backhanding is Tommy Edman. He'll straighten up, throw on to first. It's another 1-2-3 inning for Ohtani. 6 up, 6 down in the ball game. We go to the third. It's the Dodgers 1, Diamondbacks.
La sopita en polvo con el mejor sabor. Tú y Maggie, el secreto del sabor dominicano.
Sometimes your calling doesn't shout. It hums. Like a lullaby floating through a warm night in San Pedro. Before he could walk, El Niño had already taken his first step toward greatness. For Fernando Tatis Jr., baseball wasn't just in the house because Papá was a pro pelotero. It hung over his cradle like a promise. Desde la cuna, El Niño ya tenía swing.
Continues on its official home.
Catcher Ben Rortvedt will lead off for the Dodgers in the top of the third inning. 1-0 on the strength of a Teoscar Hernandez solo home run. Rortvedt hitting 160 overall. No home runs, 9 runs batted in. Outside target set by James McCann, and the pitch is inside. Missed a spot, but caught the plate for a strike. It's 0-1. Rortvedt, and then Ohtani, and then Betts this inning. Brandon Pfaadt's pitch, swung on, bounced foul past first. 0-2 to Ben Rortvedt. Rortvedt's done a nice job. We've all known it. We've all seen it. And just coming in, basically parachuting in and learning the pitching staff in a short period of time. 0-2 pitch. And curveball missed outside.
He's done really the tough part on top of it. He's gained the respect of his new teammates very rapidly. And he takes charge of the game when he gets behind the plate.
1-2. He swings and rips it down to first, and that is caught in the air by Ildemaro Vargas. Rortvedt lines out, and there's one away. In San Diego, the Padres playing the Brewers. Ryan O'Hearn of the Padres has hit a grand slam, and on the top of the second inning, San Diego with a 4-0 lead over Milwaukee. Remember, they won in 11 innings last night. Now Ohtani swings and skies one to the left side of the infield. Drifting back on the outfield grass is Blaze Alexander, and that's a 1-pitch out. And there are 2 gone. Ohtani's 0 for 2. Well, the Dodgers with a magic number of 3 and 6 to play, including tonight's game, need to take care of business all on their own. If they do get a little help from Milwaukee, they'll have a chance to clinch here in Arizona. Otherwise, it could leak into Seattle. The final 3 games before they could clinch. Again, the Dodgers 2.5 up on the Padres, and they do own the tiebreaker, so it's like a 3-game lead with 6 to play. Mookie Betts is 1 for 1. Here's Pfaadt's pitch, and Betts taking all the way after the 1-pitch out, and that's a strike.
Yeah, it's only the 4th pitch of the inning. Betts also took his time just getting to home plate. In fact, he called timeout before the first pitch was thrown.
0-ball, 1-strike pitch. Mookie lets it go, and that is going to be strike 2. Two outs, base is empty. 0-2 to Mookie Betts. And Pfaadt winds and delivers. That's outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Giving Mookie a little bit of room on the right side of the outfield as Alec Thomas moved over toward left center. Well off the line and right is Corbin Carroll. Mookie takes low, and that's a 2-2 count. 407 to dead center. Then it goes out to 413 on both the right and the left side of the outfield wall. And then you got to hit it up over a yellow line. And then there's 2 balconies out there. Mookie takes a ball outside, a sweeper, and that's a full count.
The pool, by the way, is located in right center field, between the 413 and the 374 mark.
3-2 pitch. Mookie swings and strikes out. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers in the top of the 3rd. After 2.5, it's the Dodgers 1, Diamondbacks 0.
Sometimes your calling doesn't shout. It hums. Like a lullaby floating through a warm night in San Pedro. Before he could walk, El Niño had already taken his first step toward greatness. For Fernando Tatis Jr., baseball wasn't just in the house because Papá was a pro pelotero. It hung over his cradle like a promise. Desde la cuna, El Niño ya tenía swing.
So these is MLB Network talent stars.
Okay.
The stars of MLB Network. Can I trade a pack of these for a signed Lawrence Shahadi card.
How about we do a little bit of both? Money, a little trade.
Will you open it up and see if you like it?
They're really nice.
If I sign it, does that equal the Lawrence Shahadi 20?
All right.
Do we have a good trade?
We have a good trade. Thank you so much. That was fun.
Nice doing business with you.
Side, 1 ball, no strikes. One ball, no strike pitch from Shohei. That's a curveball that just stood up the left-handed hitter and watched it. So he's got the good curve we've seen so far tonight. He struck out Corbin Carroll on it to end the first. And now a 1-1 pitch. Swung on, ball hits Ohtani, bounces in front of the mound. Thomas is going to be safe at first. Throw over there was low. And that's the one thing you really worry about with Ohtani is him getting hit with a comebacker. Seems to be all right. Dave Roberts comes out along with Thomas Albert, the trainer, and Will Ireton, the translator.
He was shaking out his left hand, the glove hand.
He doesn't look too worse for the wear right now. He says he's okay. That is the one thing that really scares you about Ohtani pitching. Now Dave Roberts talking to the home plate umpire about something.
Yeah, and Roberts pleading his case. And he did it 2 different times. You know, I think Dave wanted Ohtani to see if he wanted to throw a pitch, and Junior Valentine, the home plate umpire, appeared to say no, he's okay, and Roberts went back. No, we'll decide if our guy's okay.
Well, the first hit for the Diamondbacks comes from Alek Thomas. James McMahon, the catcher, right-handed hitter. Middle infielders will play for 2. Outfield straight away. A little bit in back of the bag and off the line at third is Muncy. Pitch swung on, and watch out. There goes the bat. Right over the head of Jake McCarthy, the on-deck hitter. That's a strike and an interesting one. And then as McCann went over to the on-deck circle, a little mat that's down there with the Diamondback logo and all the bat and sticky materials down there. He almost tripped over it. No balls and 1 strike to James McCann. Alek Thomas leading at first. He has 7 stolen bases. He's been caught 4 times. And Rortvedt behind the plate throws the ball pretty well. Ohtani out of the stretch for the first time. Right side of the infield wide open. Edmonds shading the bag at second. 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. No chance there.
Well, Thomas is one of the 2 guys. Corbin Carroll's the other one. When they're leading off, they're constantly moving their feet. They don't stand still. And he's going to try and get if he can, he could try and figure out how to get a good jump.
Nothing in 2 pitch. And that's outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You know, there's another dimension also. The line drive going off of Ohtani's left hand. So, okay, fine. This is his glove hand. Oh, don't overlook the fact that's his top hand when he's hitting from the left-hand side.
1-2 now to McCann. He swings and strikes out. That was a fastball, 99.5 down low, about 100. And that's strikeout number 4 for Shohei Ohtani.
Well, Mookie Betts, we know, has been nominated for this year's Roberto Clemente Award presented by Capital One. And you as fans can vote. Recognize who best represents the game through positive contributions on and off the field. So you can vote at MLBtogether.com/Clemente Award.
Jake McCarthy batting from the left side, takes outside, ball 1. At AM/PM, when the Dodgers steal a base at home, you score a free hot dog and any 12-ounce slim Coca-Cola. Redeem your free feast in the AM/PM app. Let's play ball. AM/PM. Too much good stuff. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a grounder just off the front of the Dodger dugout on the first base side. One ball, one strike to the left fielder, Jake McCarthy. 209 hitter, 3 home runs and 19 batted in. Dodgers up 1-0 in the bottom of the third. Pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. That's a good curve.
In this series, I go back to something I read about Corbin Carroll made a comment after yesterday's ball game. He says, obviously there's a lot to go right for us to get the postseason. He said, but we need to add pressure and still feel like we can beat the other team.
Back-to-back curveball, swing and a miss, and out on strikes is McCarthy. 5th strikeout for Ohtani. Back to the top of the order. Geraldo Perdomo, 2 men out for Arizona. The Yankees beat the White Sox 3-2. Jose Caballero had a walk-off single for the Yankees, and that clinches a postseason berth for New York for the 8th time in the last 9 seasons. So Yankees winners tonight. They punch their ticket to the postseason.
There was one website today that said, well, over the weekend, with the Diamondbacks improving, it also improved their chance of the postseason by 6.5%.
Pitch swung on and fouled.
I'm sure that was a very settling announcement for the Diamondbacks. Oh, geez, guys.
A whole 6.5?
Yeah. Our chances have been increased by 6.5%, according to Fangraphs.
Sure, it was a relief to hear that. Here's a 1-1, and that one is in there for a strike call, says Junior Valentine. 1-2 to Perdomo, who flied out to Teoscar Hernandez in right field his first time up. Cost him a bat, too. Snapped in half. 1-2 pitch from Ohtani. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Another 100-mile-an-hour fastball. He's got 6 strikeouts through the first 3 innings. Ohtani is looking very formidable in this ball game tonight. We go to the 4th. It's the Dodgers 1, Diamondbacks 0.
LA's best sports star. That's a good endorsement.
Some call it orgullo. Others call it el corazón taíno. But sometimes the journey is set on track with your ancestors cheering you on. For Francisco Lindor, el ting-ting de la plena was the first roar in the stands. Every at-bat was an encore. Every strike of the drum echoed like a promise. El destino no siempre avisa, pero llega con flow.
I'm gonna go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich. Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some
Crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
Freeman leads off for the Dodgers in the 4th. 1-0. Dodgers leading. Brandon Pfaadt throwing to Freeman, who fouls one back. Well, so far so good for Shohei Ohtani. What do you think?
Outstanding, and it's not just with the fastball. That's been outstanding, too, 100 miles an hour. But the curveball, and I think the way that he has really maneuvered through the pitch counts.
0-1, swung on, fouled off to the left, and it's 0-2 to Freeman.
Tim, what I'm seeing with Freddie Freeman the last 4 or 5 games in particular, some frustration. that first pitch in this at bat, for example, he was just shaking his head. That's a pitch that normally he's going to handle much better than to foul it off.
0-2 pitch. Swings, hits a ground ball left side. Blaze Alexander, a backhander. He throws to first, safe at first. Base hit for Freeman. But you want to talk about a good play by Blaze Alexander. Man, did he get over there. Got rid of the ball in a hurry, made a play out of it. Freeman was able to get there a half step ahead of time, and he's got a leadoff single.
Well, the fact that Alexander is, first of all, able to get to the baseball. And then, as his momentum is taken towards the left field corner, turn and throw the opposite direction and have something on it.
Max Muncy is 0 for 1. Max flied out deep to right in the first. Brandon Pfaadt set at the belt. Right-hander's pitch. Way inside to Max. And we noticed during the first at bat, Pfaadt was pitching Max inside quite a bit. Trying to get in on his hands. 1 ball, no strike pitch.
Target away.
And that is just outside and low. 2-0. Dodgers, their lone run scored on a home run by Teoscar Hernandez to lead off the second. Freeman aboard, nobody out. 2 ball, no strike pitch to Muncy. Target set down the middle, and Pfaadt deals. And Muncy watches it for a strike. Curveball. 2-1. Well, you look around this ballpark tonight, Mo, really good crowd. It looks like it's nearly sold out, if not sold out tonight. Diamondbacks battling for that last wild card spot. They're still in it. Muncy got jammed, and he pops it up to Blaze Alexander at third for the out. 1 gone for the Dodgers now in the fourth.
Yeah, well, Diamondbacks bringing out some support as well. Dodgers brought their own pretty good left-hander with the McClayton Kershaw. Well, the Diamondbacks have the former lefty for the Diamondbacks. 6'11" of it, Randy Johnson, in the first row, right next to the Diamondbacks dugout.
Here's Teoscar, 1 for 1 with a homer. First pitch to Teoscar inside, backs him up. Well, the year when the Diamondbacks won the World Series over the Yankees, they had a really good pitching combination. Randy Johnson, Curt Schilling, they got it done that year for sure. 1-0 pitch. That one is looped into shallow right. After it is Ketel Marte. He makes the catch. Thinks about going back to first base, but Freddie gets back before a throw. 2 men out. And Michael Conforto to the bat. In fact, we were visiting with the manager of that team, their World Series champion team, Bob Brenly. Prior to the game, we see Bob here a lot. Does television for the Diamondbacks. Former catcher back in the day, mostly. First pitch to Conforto is swung on and missed. Nothing in 1. 2 down, Freeman aboard. Pfaadt gets a new baseball, rubs it up on the mound. He scrapes some of the clay out in front of the pitching rubber. Now he'll toe it right in the center. Glove pressed up against his left hip. Now he comes set. And the 0-1 pitch to Conforto coming. Michael looks at it a little low. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Boston beat Toronto 4-1. The Red Sox a game ahead of the Tigers now for the second wild card. While the Blue Jays a 1-game lead over the Yankees in the East. Jays on the tiebreaker there. Pitch outside, trying to change up. Faded off the end of the plate. 2-1. Well, the Tigers, that's a story. Might have to wait till the next half inning for that. 2-1 pitch. Conforto waves and misses. But we will tell you this, the Guardians are playing the Tigers head-to-head. The Guardians won today And with that, secured the season series in the tiebreaker, so they now are tied for first place in the American League Central Division and on the tiebreaker. And on September 10th, they were 9.5 back. September 4th, they were 11 back and managed to tie the Tigers. There's a swing and a miss, and Conforto strikes out. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. At the end of 3.5, it's the Dodgers 1, Diamondbacks.
Before he was feared on the field, Ronald Acuña Jr. was chasing wins on a different kind of field. For the Acuñas, El Béisbol was a story told in fastballs and late-night rematches. Every loading screen was a part of the strategy. Smash de botones. Smash de jonrones. That's how La Bestia was born.
Dodgers Audio Network.
Never gets old.
Second baseman Ketel Marte leads off for the Diamondbacks. Dodgers up 1-0 as we start the bottom of the fourth with strike one delivered to Marte. Marte grounded out to Tommy Edman at second in the first. Ohtani with his 45th pitch of the game. And that one is drilled into right center for a base hit. A fastball down and in, and Marte went down there and got it. Second inning in a row, the Diamondbacks have a leadoff single, and they've got the tying run aboard. Corbin Carroll coming up.
Well, the ground ball makes sure of one. Carroll has a lot of foot speed. Difficult to double him up.
Pitch to Carroll. Swings, fouls it straight back. 0-1. Ohtani's been very consistent with his velocity on the fastball. He's been sitting at 99. That's pretty good. Anyway, the stretch and the pitch. And Carroll bounces one wide of first for strike two. 0-2.
It's Carroll at 30-30 club. First in the franchise history of Arizona. The fourth this year in baseball. Soto with the Mets. Chisholm with the Yankees. Ramirez with Cleveland.
And here comes the 0-2. And Carroll got a piece of it. Knocked it foul just beyond the Dodger dugout.
Carroll also joins Jimmy Rollins, 2007, and Willie Mays, 1957, the only players to ever go 30-30 with at least 15 triples.
Yeah. Stretch by Ohtani, his 0-2 to Corbin Carroll. And Carroll swings, pops it back foul left and out of play.
Good matched up with Rollins again, 2007. And then the only other guy to do that, you go back to 1957, Willie Mays.
Nothing in two, the count. Still to Corbin Carroll. Pitch. And he looks at a ball low. Blocked by Rortvedt. It was in the dirt. You know, we always like those comparison stats, right, to players of the past. This one really stood out today. This is Ohtani's 100th Major League start. There's only 2 players in history with 100 starts and over 100 home runs. And that pitch in the dirt, blocked again by Rortvedt. Babe Ruth is the other guy, and Ohtani joins him in that category. Career start number 100. In his career, Ohtani 39-20 with a 3.03 ERA and a 2.02 batting average against. 2-2. Carroll got a piece and fouled it back. He is giving Ohtani a workout now. Now we're in the 5th inning, and typically this would be the last inning according to plan for Ohtani. Dave Roberts said depending on the pitch count, they might go a 6th tonight. He said he's been having some conversations with Ohtani. He says he feels really good. And if they want to get him to go 6 tonight, it's a possibility. It might not happen. Then again, it might. We'll see. 2-2 to Corbin Carroll. Just missed. Oh, he didn't miss. It's a strike call to the outside corner. And Carroll goes out on strikes. A fastball at 101.
And he went to outside corner. We found out from the catcher, Rortvedt, that it was a strike before home plate umpire Junior Valentine signaled. Valentine's not going to pull a muscle calling a strike.
No, he takes his time. He may be the new slowest strike call in baseball. And, you know, he does a good job, obviously. He's a major league umpire. But, you know, don't be afraid to let us know. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that's so. Speaking of umpires, you know, not to bury the lead of the day, but the big story of the day, Major League Baseball announcing that the automatic ball strike system will be in the major leagues next season.
Yep. Competition committee voted today.
2-0 pitch. And that's down low. In fact, Zach Gallen, starting pitcher for the Diamondbacks, is on the competition committee. He said that better than 2/3 of the players voted to have the challenge system, to do it that way with 2 challenges. Pitch is on the outside edge to Gabriel Moreno.
As opposed to the automatic.
Yeah. So we can clear this up, but everybody's thinking, okay, it's going to be a robo-ump or a robotic ump. That's not the case. Not at all. The human umpire is going to call balls and strikes. Swinging a foul in and out of the glove of Rortvedt. It's just that the players will have 2 challenges. Only the pitcher, the batter, and the catcher can make a challenge. It's got to be done right away. They can't have any help from the dugout. They can't say, hey, challenge that. That won't work. If the umpire hears it, he won't allow it. And if you keep, you know, if you win your challenge, you keep your challenges. So there's got to be some strategy as to when to use it. You don't want to be out of challenges in the first inning. So 3-2. Moreno swings in. He strikes out. 2 down. That's 8 strikeouts for Ohtani.
The other part of that with the 2 challenges, if you use your challenge that goes extra innings, you get 1 additional challenge for every inning. And you cannot use any challenges as a carryover. Right. In other words, if you had not used the 2 challenges in the first 9, you cannot carry them over into extra innings.
Ohtani now one off his season high in strikeouts of 9.
I thought it was interesting too, Tim, very quickly to wrap it up on the ABS. In spring, there were 288 games played. There were 4.1 challenges per game. It took less than 14 seconds.
Blaze Alexander hits one toward the middle. Gloving it is Betts. A little sidearm backhand toss to Tommy Edman at second, and that is the force out that retires the side.
Some call it orgullo. Others call it el corazón taíno. But sometimes the journey is set on track with your ancestors cheering you on. For Francisco Lindor, el ting-ting de la plena was the first roar in the stands. Every at-bat was an encore. Every strike of the drum echoed like a promise. El destino no siempre avisa, pero llega con flow.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. San Manuel is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Find out more at Yamava.com.
Top of the fifth inning, 1-0 Dodgers. Tommy Edman to lead off against Brandon Pfaadt. Pfaadt the overhead wind. Now the pitch home to Tommy. That's in there for a strike. Tommy Edman, and then Andy Pages, and then Ben Rortvedt. We look out in the Dodger bullpen. There's a ground ball toward the middle. Diving stop by Ketel Marte to his feet. He throws on to first. And Edman is out on a terrific diving stop by Ketel Marte. One away. The saying out in the bullpen tonight, a little birdie had told me before the game this was going to happen. And we talked about this in the pregame tonight, if you heard it, but Clayton Kershaw is in the bullpen tonight. He is expected to make a start in Seattle. At least that's the plan right now. Andy Pages takes a strike. But for the next few nights, he's going to work out of the bullpen, and on what would be considered his throw day, he may be used in relief in one of these games here in Arizona. Strike two to Pages. I got tipped off on that today. Now that I see him out there, now we know it's a fact. But chances are very good he'll be coming out of the bullpen in the postseason. 0-2. That's up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that figures, because where are you going to fit him in?
Well, the guy pitching tonight's going to start. Ohtani. 1-2. Strike 3 called. Got him with a sweeper. And Pages goes down on strikes looking. That's the 4th strikeout for Pfaadt tonight. But yeah, you start crunching the numbers. Yamamoto's going to start. Blake Snell's going to start. Tyler Glasnow's going to get a start. And what do you do with Emmett Sheehan at that point in time? He's been pitching exceptionally well. Rortvedt swing and a miss for a strike.
Well, it all kicks off on Tuesday. The thrill of October baseball, folks. Don't let it get by. That wild card series begins, so make sure you secure your postseason tickets at Dodgers.com/postseason.
1 wave and a miss. It's 0-2. Ohtani out on deck as the Dodgers have 2 down, nobody on here in the 5th. There's the wind, the 0-2. Inside. You never know who's going to be that October guy, that pitcher that's pitching out of turn. You think of Walker Buehler last year.
And what he was talking about Tommy Edman as far as a position player last year.
Yeah, you never know who's going to be that October hero. Could be Emmett Sheehan. You never know. Could be Roki Sasaki. He's going to be activated tomorrow. We'll see him in a game here probably in Arizona as soon as tomorrow. 1-2. There's a swing and a ground ball toward the middle. A few steps to his right is Ketel Marte. Backhands and throws on to first to get him. Dodgers go in order in the top half of the fifth. They go to the bottom of the fifth inning in Phoenix.
Sometimes your calling doesn't shout. It hums. Like a lullaby floating through a warm night in San Pedro. Before he could walk, El Niño had already taken his first step toward greatness. For Fernando Tatis Jr., baseball wasn't just in the house because Papa was a pro pelotero. It hung over his cradle like a promise. Desde la cuna, El Niño ya tenía swing.
Dodgers.
Ohtani back out a little bit late. He was on deck, so he gets a little extra time. That's one of the things about the Ohtani situation. I won't say it's part of the Ohtani rule, but the umpires have a good feel for things when it comes to him, so they'll allow him, if he's on base or if he's on deck or something like that, they'll give him an extra.
Yeah, but it's a combination of both. And Ohtani and Yorkvit, his catcher, made the final out. Junior Valentine also went over to the Diamondbacks third base dugout. And I think just explaining that, Torley Lavello, the manager, who knows the rule.
So the top of the bottom of the fifth getting underway a little bit later. And we'll see how far Ohtani goes here. He'll start this inning, 61 pitches.
Present time, no one throwing in the Dodgers bullpen down the right field line.
Let's see if this is the last inning or not. If he makes that leap into the sixth inning, that's a big plus for the Dodgers, as long as he comes out of it 100%. So he'll face Ildemaro Vargas. Grounded out to Tommy Edman at second base in the second. And a 1-0 Dodger lead on the home run by Teoscar Hernandez. Ohtani winds and fires, and Vargas taking all the way as he showed bunt and then pulled the bat back and took inside for a ball. 1-0. They're back underway in Philadelphia. They had a rain delay in the bottom of the ninth. Miami and the Phillies tied at 3. They've gone to the top of the 10th there. And the next pitch is in the dirt for ball 2.
Actually, Ohtani's pitch count for having 8 strikeouts over the first 4 innings is rather low, 61. Yeah. Good strikeouts, you're going to have more pitches.
Ohtani being efficient while striking out 8. There's a 2-0 pitch to Vargas. He'll take outside. It's 3-0. Alec Thomas, the center fielder, waits on deck for Arizona. 3-0 pitch. And taking all the way is Vargas, showing bunt just for show. But he takes a strike here, and it's 3-1. That's playing up the middle for the left-handed hitting Vargas. 3-1. Swung on, hit in the air to left center field. Long run for Pages. Still on the move. Conforto gets over there in the gap, and he cuts it off and makes the catch. And Vargas is out, one away for the Diamondbacks in the bottom of the fifth.
Well, second time tonight that Ohtani's come back after a 3-0 count to a batter.
There's Thomas, left-handed hitting center fielder. 1 for 1. He had a hit to lead off the third. He swings. He's got another hit. Slams it to right center, and on the ground, picked up in the alley by Teoscar Hernandez. And Thomas is 2 for 2, a 1-out single.
I found a number today that kind of surprised me. Well, I was looking at Freddie Freeman's numbers, first of all. First pitch of an at-bat. Freeman has the second highest average in baseball. First pitch. An incredible 475. Well, Schwarber has a 482 average. But this is the number that really shocked me. You know, Major League Baseball average hitting the first pitch is 360.
Higher than I would think.
Much higher than I thought.
Yeah.
I looked at it and I cross-referenced it. But again, Schwarber 482 first pitch of it at bat. Freddie Freeman second best 475, but league average 360.
1-0 pitch to James McCann is low. 2 balls, no strikes.
So some hitters could make a case. Hey, look, check the numbers. First pitch, guys swing at it at 360 average.
One out, one on. 2 ball, no strike count to the catcher, McCann. He'll swing and foul tip it into the glove of Rortvedt for a strike. 70 pitches as we keep an eye on the pitch count for Ohtani. Looks like somebody is getting up and beginning to move around in the Dodger bullpen. Nobody throwing yet. 2-1. Swung on, fouled away to the right. That'll go up on the third deck. And it looks like it's just about a sellout here tonight. Really big crowd on this Tuesday. And a lot of Dodger blue here, too. 2 ball, 2 strike pitch to James McCann. Swings, hits a ground ball to Ohtani. Turns, throws to second. Edman has it. The turn back to first. That's an inning-ending double play. 1-4-3. And the Diamondbacks come up empty again. No runs a hit. That's it in the bottom of the fifth. We go to the 6th.
Some call it orgullo. Others call it el corazón taíno. But sometimes the journey is set on track with your ancestors cheering you on. For Francisco Lindor, el ting-ting de la plena was the first roar in the stands. Every at-bat was an encore. Every strike of the drum echoed like a promise. El destino no siempre avisa, pero llega con flow.
Casino at San Manuel. Find out more at Yamava.com.
Shohei Ohtani will lead off in the 6th. Dodgers with a 1-0 lead. Shohei began that inning-ending double play. And that's the save of the game, brought to you by Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. Say goodbye, grass. Hello, rebates. Visit BeWaterwise.com.
This just doesn't seem right, does it? the pitcher who had a ball hit back to him, the front end of a double play, and he's leading off the inning.
There he is. We see him all the time, and it just never stops being remarkable. Pitch from Brandon Pfaadt, and Ohtani takes outside for a ball. Again, he's been on base in 26 straight. Longest streak in the majors. Pitch is up high, check swing. 2 balls, no strikes. He's 0 for 2 in the game tonight. And he scored 141 runs. 2-0 pitch. And that is outside 3-0. So 99 runs batted in for Ohtani. He's looking to get 100 runs batted in back-to-back seasons for the first time ever. 3-0. That's in for a strike at the knees. 3-1. He did have a 100 RBI season in front of, I think, back-to-back 99 RBI seasons with the Angels. And there's ball 4. Oh, no, they're going to call that a strike. That looked to be inside, and he jumped out of the way of the pitch, but Junior Valentine called it a strike. Might have been on the borderline. So full count to Ohtani. Last year he had 130 runs batted in. 3-2 pitch. That's outside, and Ohtani is on base for the 27th straight game. Leadoff walk, and Mookie Betts on the way. Mookie 1 for 2. So the Mets have beaten the Cubs 9-7. And that's a big deal for the Diamondbacks because they remain a game behind the Mets for the 3rd and final spot. And now the Reds move a half game out because they lost to the Pirates. And a strike called to Betts. We just saw a breaking ball come over the plate. Dodgers 1, Diamondbacks nothing. 1 on, nobody out. Ohtani hands on his knees at first. Held on by Vargas. Quick turn and a throw over there. And Ohtani back standing. Marlins have taken a 5-3 lead over the Phillies in the bottom of the 10th inning. Phillies at the plate. Nothing in 1 to count. And the pitch coming to Betts from Brandon Pfaadt. He'll take up high, and it's 1-1.
Strange season for the Mets. On June 12th, they had the best record in Major League Baseball. 5.5 game lead in the East.
And now they're flirting with, if things go wrong for them the next few days, they'd be on the outside looking in. 1-1 pitch is swung on, hit in the air, shallow right. Ketel Marte, second baseman, fading out on the grass to make the play. And Betts is out. 1 gone for the Dodgers in the 6th.
So the Mets, again, best record in baseball on the 12th of June. 5.5 game lead. But since that time, they went 35-52, which was better than only 2 teams in the National League. The Washington Nationals and the Colorado Rockies in that span.
A chance of Freddie echoing around Chase Field. And the multitude of Dodger fans here. Throw to first, and Ohtani back standing. Top of the 5th inning in San Diego. Padres 6, Brewers nothing. And the Rockies playing, Mo. They're tied with the Mariners in Seattle 1-1. They're in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch to Freddie is up high. 1 ball, no strikes. Freeman 1 for 2. 547 career doubles for Freddie Freeman. Tied with Manny Ramirez. His next one would tie him with Alex Rodriguez. 1-0, and that's low and in. And if he gets 2 more, then he'll catch Chipper Jones on the all-time list. He still continues to climb. That has been such a successful formula for Freddie Freeman over the years, the number of doubles. He's been a doubles machine throughout the course of his career. 2-0, wave and a miss ahead of the changeup. 2 balls, 1 strike to Freeman. Freddie hitting a .293, 21 home runs, and 85 runs batted in. Stretching the 2-1 pitch. Freddie swings and he ropes it foul down the right field side. Well, he got around on that cutter. Two balls and 2 strikes to Freeman. This will be the 80th pitch for Brandon Pfaadt, the Diamondbacks right-hander. Pfaadt set to go. And his 2-2 delivery is in the dirt. It's 3-2. So 1 out. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ohtani at first. If he gets a bigger lead here, maybe by a half a step. Payoff pitch to Freeman. Inside, ball 4. Second walk of the inning. And with 1 out, the Dodgers have runners at first and second. Max Muncy coming up. Diamondbacks want to meet on the mound and talk things over. The mound visit brought to you by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice. Also, while they meet on the mound before Max Muncy comes to the plate, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers audio network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Muncy is 0 for 2 tonight. Fly deep to right in the first, and he popped out to the third baseman, Blaze Alexander, in the fourth.
First at bat of the night by either team with a runner in scoring position.
2 on, 1 out. Muncy looking out at Pfaadt. Pfaadt checks the runners, comes home, and almost hits Max. Pitch way inside, 1-0.
Well, they just continue to try and jam Muncy. They did not want him to expand his, stretch out his arms to get some leverage.
Well, nobody throwing in the Diamondback pen right now. Some guys moving around, though. Again, the pitch inside and comes close to Muncy. Look in the Dodger bullpen. Nobody's up on the hill there either. That's a sign that Ohtani's going to come out for the 6th. Stretch, look back at second base, and now Pfaadt will come to the plate. Strike called on the inside corner. 2-1 to Muncy. Well, the Diamondbacks have a game plan with Muncy for sure. With every hitter, but it's a little more evident with Muncy. They keep throwing in on his hands. 2-1 pitch from Pfaadt. Here's a strike call. That one down the middle. Curveball that Pfaadt got away with. Now the center fielder will move toward right center. Left fielder moving off the line toward the gap with 2 strikes on Muncy. 2-2 pitch. And Max looks at it low, and the count is full 3-2.
Came back, he doubled up with a hook.
2 on, 1 out. Muncy with a full count. Teoscar Hernandez is on deck. 1-0 Dodgers in the 6th. Pitch from Brandon Pfaadt to Max Muncy. He swings, hits a high fly ball to shallow left field. Coming in is Jake McCarthy. Looks up into the ceiling, makes the catch. And there are 2 men out. Max is 0 for 3. And Teoscar 1 for 2. He's responsible for the lone run on the scoreboard tonight. A second inning leadoff home run.
As he looks up into the roof, that's a nice delight tonight. It's 103 in the Valley of the Sun. It's going to be 107 predicted tomorrow.
A little bit of a warm-up. It's nice in here, 75 degrees. Indoors, very comfy. 2 on, 2 out. 3 hits apiece. Ohtani at second, Freeman at first. Infield playing back now on the pitch. Swing and a miss with a sinker down and in. And now John Curtis does start to throw for the Diamondbacks in their bullpen. Next pitch for Brandon Pfaadt will be his 89th. 0-1 to Teoscar. And he swings, hits it to the right center field gap. That's going to get down and go all the way to the wall. Ohtani around third. He'll score. Freddie Freeman around third. He'll score. Around second and on his way to third with a 2-out, 2-run triple is Teoscar Hernandez, and the Dodgers lead it 3-0. First triple of the season for Teoscar.
Well, he stayed back nicely on that pitch. You hit it to the 413 mark. Left center, right center. It's a good opportunity for a triple on a breaking ball away, and a good piece of hitting, too, going with the pitch to right center field.
Dodgers cash in on the 2 walks. And now another man at third base with Conforto up and a chance to get one more home. Teoscar with a huge lead down the third baseline. And the pitch swung on, well hit to left field. Back after it, McCarthy. Left fielder backpedaling onto the warning track, makes the catch. And Conforto is out, but Teoscar Hernandez produces his second and third runs batted into the ball game. He's driven in all 3, and he does it with his first triple of the.
Some call it orgullo. Others call it el corazón taíno. But sometimes the journey is set on track with your ancestors cheering you on. For Francisco Lindor, El Ting Ting de la Plena was the first roar in the stands. Every at-bat was an encore. Every strike of the drum echoed like a promise. El destino no siempre avisa, pero llega con flow.
Boomer is the dog. Then he looked good. I just followed his picture all the way. And there he is. Boomer's dad.
That was kind of a change from the everyday thing that we normally do as far as baseball cards are concerned.
Hey, I have a Labrador. Where's my card?
You know, a little bit different, and it turned out to be a fun experience.
It was just when the camera crew tried to leave that there was a problem. You can't leave.
From the Galpin Motors broadcast booth,
streaming right to your mobile device.
LA Dodgers baseball continues on its official home.
Still on the grind, 100 million, I'm still on the grind. 100 million, I'm still on the grind.
Bottom of the 6th inning, and Shohei Ohtani has taken the mound for the first time this season after the 5th. Ohtani with 72 pitches thrown so far. He'll face the number 9 hitter, Jake McCarthy, a left-handed batter. Then 2 more lefties with switch hitters, Geraldo Perdomo, the shortstop, and the second baseman, Ketel Marte, due after that. Well, Teoscar Hernandez 3 and the Diamondbacks nothing, as he has driven in all 3 runs tonight with a home run and a triple. McCarthy is 0 for 1, struck out on a curveball in the 3rd. And Ohtani steps back, kicks, deals. Right there for a called strike. A cutter at 92. Nothing in 1 the count to McCarthy. Muncy in on the cut of the grass at third for the left-handed hitter. And here's a breaking ball in for a strike called. It's nothing in 2. Boy, just this extra inning, if Ohtani can get through it pretty well, that's going to be a big thing for the Dodgers if they can start getting him through 6. Swing and a miss. Oh no, he fouled it off, and Rortvedt could not hold on. So Ohtani will have to throw another. Yeah, as we've told you, Clayton Kershaw working out of the bullpen the next couple of nights. He's out there right now. 0-2 pitch to McCarthy. Fastball cut on, fouled off to the left and out of play.
He also has some ironing out to do, and that's the bullpen itself.
Well, when you get to the postseason, sometimes you find some strange uses. There's a tapper up the first base side, swinging bunt. Ohtani's got it, and he grabs it and tags McCarthy, and he's out. Well, he got off the mound extremely fast, didn't he?
He's, wow, unlike others.
That's a one unassisted putout, but I mean, he hopped off that mound in a hurry. McCarthy runs exceptionally well down to first and doing it out of the left-hand batter's box, and it looked like Ohtani got there rather easily.
Well, he got over, and that ball's near the foul line. He scooped it up with both hands into the glove hand, making sure surrounding with the bare hand, and reached up and made the tag. Ho-hum.
One down, nobody on. Geraldo Perdomo 0 for 2. He swings, hits one foul, way out of play.
Hit that ball behind him into the upper deck.
Yeah, how do you do that?
Well, that's go way out in front of a pitch.
Perdomo flied to right and struck out. Ohtani got him with a curveball in the third inning. Shohei with 8 strikeouts in the game. The pitch. And Perdomo lines it to right center for a base hit. He'll turn first. He's going to think about second. Now he throws on the brakes and heads back to first base. So it's a one-out single for Perdomo. And Ketel Marte will come up. The hard-working Chevy Silverado, built on a legacy of long-lasting dependability. See your Southern California Chevy dealer today or shop now at SoCalChevy.com.
Well, the phone is ringing in the Dodgers bullpen.
Well, they're moving around out there. Middle infield looks for 2 here. 1 out. And a ground ball right to Freeman. It's off of his glove. It'll be picked up by Edman. He'll throw to second. That's all they'll get. Like Freddie had a weird spin on that baseball. Went off his glove. And Edman throws to second. They get the lead runner there, Perdomo, on a 1-4-5 force out. And there are 2 down. And Marte's aboard on the fielder's choice.
Enriquez is the first one up in the Dodgers pen.
2 down, 1 on. Corbin Carroll is the batter, left-handed hitting right fielder. Dodgers leading 3-0. Pitch. Swung on, bounce foul to the right. Well, Ohtani, who has had different home road splits so far this season, again, he looks to be in a place where he wants to be and needs to be right now in terms of pitching. The hits that he has allowed tonight, 4, have all been scattered. And Carroll takes a fastball strike. It's 0-2.
Yeah, we mentioned the pregame show. Ohtani at home, a 1.71 ERA with a 1.51 batting average against. On the road, a 4.95 ERA.
0-2 pitch, fouled off at the plate.
That high ERA, the batting average at 2.96 on the road. Not tonight, not to this point.
Runner at first, Ketel Marte. Corbin Carroll has struck out looking twice. Last time up in the 4th, Shohei got him with a 101-mile-an-hour fastball. That I'm sure sounded fast to Carroll. Don't know if he saw it. Ohtani stretch. He kicks and fires. And it's low and inside, 1-2. Gabriel Moreno, the designated hitter on deck for Arizona. Infield back with 2 out. 1-2 pitch is hit off the end of the bat into shallow left field. That's going to drop for a hit. 1 hop for Conforto. And the first time in the game that the Diamondbacks have 2 men on, and the first time they've had more than 1 hit in an inning. And now Moreno comes up. He represents the game's tying run.
Yeah, just a little curveball, not a real good one. Ball was out away from him, and he went with it. Hit it right off the end of the bat.
Ohtani has struck out Moreno twice, swinging, both on fastballs. So Ohtani with 85 pitches. 2 on, 2 out. 3-0 Dodgers. Pitch to Moreno is low for a ball. One ball, no strikes. Ohtani checking the runners. The pitch. That's outside and high. 2 balls, no strikes. Well, he falls behind Moreno here. Either way you look at it, this is probably his last hitter.
Well, still good velocity. That was at 99.
Ohtani's 2-ball, no strike offer is a strike called at the knees. 2-1
again.
Yeah, he just keeps firing those heaters in there. Ohtani shakes off the first sign, agrees to the next one. 2-ball, 1 strike pitch. Poke fouling out of play to the right. He's got 2 strikes on Moreno. Ohtani gets a new baseball, rubs it up. Throws the rubber with his right foot right in the middle of the pitching rubber. 2-ball, 2-strike pitch to Moreno coming from Shohei Ohtani. Swung on, fouled straight back.
You know, another thing that Ohtani does very well, when he comes set with runners on, he checks the runners. I mean, he's comes set, looks right back at the runner at second base. And from that point, he goes right into his delivery. He doesn't look back and wait a couple of seconds and then deliver.
Again, the 2-2 pitch to Moreno from Ohtani. Swung on, hit in the air to center field. Long run for Pages. He'll make the catch head high, running to his right. And Ohtani strands 2 runners. That's probably it for Shohei tonight, as he makes it through 6 innings for the first time this year. Nothing across for the Diamondbacks.
Sometimes your calling doesn't shout. It hums. Like a lullaby floating through a warm night in San Pedro. Before he could walk, El Niño had already taken his first step toward greatness. For Fernando Tatis Jr., baseball wasn't just in the house because Papa was a pro pelotero. It hung over his cradle like a promise. Desde la cuna, El Niño ya tenía swing.
A snack that Freddie cannot resist.
I would have to say chips and guacamole. Organic mango, yep.
Is that because of the strong Dominican contingent in the major leagues, bro? Has anybody ever struck out and gone crazy and smashed the cooler full of mangoes?
Nah, our team's not really into smashing each other's stuff, I guess.
Are you a seasoning guy? You like to drown your stuff in dips and sauces?
No. Gotta watch my figure.
And it looks great, brother.
I appreciate it.
Very sexy man.
Yeah,
Let's go, Freddie Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
Motors broadcast booth on your official home of Los Angeles.
Pitching change brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. 3-0 Dodgers. Tommy Edman turns around about right-handed. Well, he's batting right-handed against a right-handed pitcher. Well, this is different. And the pitch on the way, and Tommy bangs it foul past third. Now, not seen Tommy do this season, where he'll bat same side against a right side pitcher. 1-1 pitch. And that's outside. Any thoughts on that?
No, unless he just feels more comfortable in doing that. You know, he's seen the 2 fastballs at 94 back-to-back.
2-1, swing and a miss, 2-2. I've seen switch hitters against knuckleballers.
Yeah, or
go from
guys
the same
that,
side.
Knuckleballers are guys that have a lot of off-speed pitches, breaking balls.
Well, a mystery we'll have to figure out. Left-hander Jack Dreyer is now up in the Dodger bullpen. 2-2. And Tommy strikes out looking at a ball right at the kneecaps. So Curtis gets the strikeout, and there's one away. Shohei Ohtani, 6 shutout innings tonight. Didn't walk anybody and struck out 8, one off of his season high. And allowed 5 hits. Really, they were just scattered. He had 1 back-to-back scenario in the 6th inning. Not back-to-back hits, but 2 hits in the inning. And Pages grounds one down to third. Blaze Alexander scoops it up. Strong throw to first. Pages is out, and there are 2 away in the Dodgers 7th. Shakey's Pizza Parlor is the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game night, it's group night at Shakey's.com. Ben Rortvedt, the number 9 hitter. Ohtani would be due up next, but he's still in the dugout trying to make his way out. As he remains in the game as the designated hitter. With the Ohtani rule, he's basically 2 people in the game at the same time, 2 positions at the same time. Now, the way it works, though, if he were to come in relief, he would have to come out of the game as the DH. 1-0, and that's a strike. So the way that he's pitching, perhaps the way the Dodgers get the most out of him, obviously, is let him start. They can go 5 and 6, something like that, do a really good job like tonight. Rortvedt, a swing and a miss for strike 2, and then keeps his bat in the lineup the whole game. And the next offer to Rortvedt is bang foul just to the far end of the Dodger dugout. One and 2 the count to Rortvedt. Curtis Wines fires, and he bounced one. A 58-foot fastball there. That's 2-2 to Rortvedt, who is 0 for 2 in the game. Lined out to first and grounded out to second. Curtis, 2-2 pitch. Rortvedt pops it up back, and looks like that's going to get over the netting and into the seats. Still 2-2. Well, they've got a barn burner going on in Philadelphia. Marlins were ready to wrap it up. The Phillies were down to their last strike, ended up tying the game at 5, and now in the 11th, the Marlins have added a run at 6-5 Miami, with the Phillies batting again. 2-2 to Rortvedt. He swings, hits a drive to right and deep. Carroll going back. He looks up. It's gone. Ben Rortvedt with a home run. Big Ben with a blast. And it's 4-0 Dodgers. His first home run of the season.
Well, he's done an amazing job in filling in behind the plate and now flexing the muscles with the bat. And for Daniels Jewelers, proud sponsor of the trip around the diamond. And your family jewelers since 1948. We encourage you to visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet along with $50 off a $99 coupon.
That's going to chase John Curtis out of the ball game with Shohei Ohtani coming up next. And the Diamondbacks will go to a left-hander to face Shohei. Pitching change timeout. 2 outs. Rortvedt a home run. We're in the top of the 7th inning. It's the Dodgers 4, Arizona nothing.
At Verizon, lock in our low price, plus free roaming included in Mexico. Discover the best carne asada, never miss a text from the group chat, and save big with Verizon.
Before he was feared on the field, Ronald Acuna Jr. was chasing wins on a different kind of field. For the Acuñas, El Béisbol was a story told in fastballs and late-night rematches. Every loading screen was a part of the strategy. Smash de botones. Smash de jonrones. That's how La Bestia was born.
Back bullpen to face Ohtani. 2 outs, nobody on. 4-0 Dodgers. Pitching change presented by Navien, HVAC and water heater products. Pitch to Ohtani is low ball 1. Shohei tonight 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. He has now scored 142 runs. The pitch. That's outside, 2-0. Ben Rortvedt with a home run that chased the right-hander John Curtis. And for Beeks, it is his 60th appearance. He's 5-2 on the season. Pitch. And Ohtani swings, bangs it on the ground past first. Foul. 2-1. How about Ben Rortvedt?
I tell you, well, he lined out his first at bat, then grounded out to second. Remember that at bat, he just hit the home run. He was behind early. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hit the 2-2 out of here.
2-1's outside, 3-1.
And he took great enjoyment in just acknowledging the bullpen as he went between first and second base.
3-1 pitch to Ohtani from Beeks. Swung on, popped up foul left side, now to play. If that one went any higher, it might have hit the steel beams up there, holding the roof up. Full count on Ohtani. DOMO playing him up the middle, deep on the right side, and guarding the line at first is Vargas. Way off the line at third, Alexander. Payoff pitch. And that is strike 3 called. He knew it. He just turned around and walked back to the first base dugout. A well-placed pitch by Jalen Beeks. Strikes out Ohtani looking. Dodgers get a run on the home run by Ben Rortvedt. Stretch time, middle of the 7th inning in Phoenix, Arizona with the score.
Sometimes your calling doesn't shout. It hums. Like a lullaby floating through a warm night in San Pedro. Before he could walk, El Niño had already taken his first step toward greatness. For Fernando Tatis Jr., baseball wasn't just in the house because Papa was a pro pelotero. It hung over his cradle like a promise. Desde la cuna, El Niño ya tenía swing.
The name of the business is Legacy Catering. We all were talking about how Mom taught us all how to cook. She was a cook at the public school system for ages. So we all started to cook with her, so we decided, to do the business, so we went to figure out what we're going to call it. So we said, let's cook in honor of, our mother. So that's what Legacy came in. And just remember that Legacy Catering is about people, and this is what barbecuing is all about, and this is why we love it.
The world champion LA Dodgers audio network.
Bottom of the seventh inning, Dodgers 4, Diamondbacks nothing. New pitcher on is Jack Dreyer. The left-hander will face the third baseman, right-handed hitter Blaze Alexander. Dreyer's 65th appearance, 3-2, 2.80 the ERA. Opposition hitting .201 against him. And the first pitch he throws is a line drive off the bat of Alexander right to Mookie Betts for the out. One pitch in, one away. This pitching change brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Your 15-minute drive-through oil change with locations throughout Southern California. Ildemaro Vargas 0 for 2. Flying to left field in the fifth, back in the second, grounded to second. And a pitch to him in there for a strike call. Vargas a switch hitter batting right-handed. 4 runs on 5 hits for the Dodgers. No runs, 5 hits for the Diamondbacks. 0-1. That's outside. So Shohei Ohtani, first time this year, goes 6. And he pitched 6 shutout innings tonight, striking out 8, no walks. Looked very, very good. 1-1. And that's a strike.
And stretching it out, 91 pitches, 63 of those were strikes.
Now, one of the questions as you look ahead is who gets game 1 of the wild card series, right? It's a week from today, so would it be Ohtani? That's just a guess. We don't know. Dodgers say they don't know yet, but I'm sure they've mapped out some scenarios.
So we do know that the game is Tuesday at Dodger Stadium. And make sure you get your tickets early.
2-2 pitch. That one is lined into center for a base hit. Couple of hops for Andy Pages, and Ildemaro Vargas is aboard with a 1-out single. Bottom of the seventh, brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Well, Alek Thomas was due to hit, but looks like he will not. As Tim Tawa is going to come up. T-A-W-A, Tim Tawa. And the right-handed batter is going to pinch hit for Alek Thomas. Torey Lovullo is going to send up a pinch hitter now that he's got a man aboard. And another right-hander on deck in James McCann, the catcher. Tawa to face Dreyer here with a runner at first base and 1 out. Middle infield playing for 2, close to the bag at second, Tommy Edman. A little deep on the left side is Muncy, and along the line. And the pitch to Tawa. And that is a little high. Typically when a pinch hitter comes up, the pitching coach comes out, but the Dodgers didn't need to do that for Tawa. Dreyer apparently already had the scouting report on him. 1-0 pitch. And that bounces at the plate, blocked by Rortvedt. 2 balls, no strikes to the pinch hitter, Tim Tawa.
Another dimension of Rortvedt behind the plate. He's shown that he can block a lot of pitches.
You know, I think when you look at Rortvedt and how the Dodgers sort of quietly acquired him from Tampa Bay in the Hunter Fiducia deal. Here's a 2-0. Swing and a miss. I think it's a testament to the guys in the baseball ops department, front office, who scouted him, who had watched him play, because this was kind of an under the radar acquisition. He was initially sent to Oklahoma City and brought up from there. 2-1 pitch. Swung on, popped up foul, first base side. It's drifting over by the dugout. Freeman looking at it. He'll run out of room, and it'll go just off the back of the protective netting and jump up in the seats.
Well, Tim, I think it gets magnified, too. And I agree. Kudos to the guys that looked at him and understood, hey, he would fit in with this team. That doesn't always happen. But then with the injury to Will Smith, and by the way, Will Smith is still not even throwing a baseball. You know, you'd call it a hairline fracture, but there's still a lot of pain. So that's not even swinging the bat. He's not even throwing.
1 out, 1 on, and the 2-2 from Jack Dreyer to Tim Tawa. He looks at strike 3, got him. On the outer third of the plate, Tawa watched it. He goes down looking. First strikeout for Dreyer, and there are 2 men down in the Arizona 7th.
Breaking ball. Did he get the corner? According to Junior Valentine, home plate umpire, yes.
42,882. 42,882 is the 6th largest home crowd this season.
So now the pitch coming to McCann. And that is a strike. 0-1 to the catcher. 2 down, 1 on. McCann hit into an inning-ending double play his last time up in the 5th. And the pitch is up high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Marlins hung on, Mo. They did beat the Phillies tonight in 11 innings, 6-5. Phillies are 3.5 up on the Dodgers for a first-round bye. Still mathematically possible. Pitch swung on, hit in the air to center field and deep, racing back toward the wall. Andy Pages, and he's going to have to play it off the wall. Running around third is Vargas. He's going to score. And McCann hits a wall double and gets the Diamondbacks on the board. It's 4-1.
And Pages altered his route, and he did not take the route to the ball. The ball did appear to be tailing from our left to right as we're looking into center field. With a better route, that is possibly a catchable ball.
And Jordan Lawler is going to come off the bench now and pinch hit against Dreyer. 2 outs, runner at second, and Lawler's going to hit for Jake McCarthy. Well, the shutout is gone here in the 7th. Dave Roberts is coming out, and he's going to get Dreyer, and they'll bring in a right-hander. Possibly, although I do see Alex Vesia up there, but he's just started, so it's going to be...
Sometimes your calling doesn't shout. It hums, like a lullaby floating through a warm night in San Pedro. Before he could walk, El Niño had already taken his first step toward greatness. For Fernando Tatis Jr., baseball wasn't just in the house because Papa was a pro pelotero. It hung over his cradle like a promise. Desde la cuna, El Niño ya tenía swing.
The beauty of this jersey is the feel, the texture, the thin, the stitching is heavy, so you kind of feel that jersey that was very heavy. Check it out, the last name and the number, they have a little glitter on them, so they kind of stack up. It just feels right. I had some really cool cleats to go with it. The way it gets dirty when you slide, it just kind of like rubs off on that glitter. It's really, really cool.
And builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything's possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Throwing right-hander. And Garner Henriquez will make his 20th appearance. 2-1, 2.12 ERA, 2.19 the batting average against. And Jordan Lawler, who was announced, has been burned. So Adrian Del Castillo, the only lefty they've got left on the bench. Well, they have a switch hitter in Barossa, but Del Castillo will hit instead. So this is the third player used in this number 9 spot this inning. So Torey Lovullo rolling the dice a little bit here. Runner at second is McCann. Dodgers up 4-1. Pitch to the lefty is inside, ball 1. Well, Henriquez, he can really bring it. Triple digits on a regular basis. 1 ball, no strike count. 2 men out. Kicking the pitch. Swing and a foul over to the right to the far end of the Dodger dugout. 1-1 the count. Shohei Ohtani tonight, 6 shutout innings. Jack Dreyer responsible for the lone run. 2-out double by McCann. Got Vargas home. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch from Henriquez. Here it comes. Swung on and drilled. Deep to right field and gone. A 1-1 pitch just absolutely hammered. It's now a 1-run ball game. It's 4-3. Del Castillo with a pinch hit home run.
And the Dodgers continue to be puzzled with the bullpen.
It was right down the middle, right in the go zone. And Del Castillo didn't miss it. He barreled it up. And that was a no-doubter off the bat. 2 outs, base is clear. Back to the top of the order. Perdomo, the shortstop. And I guess the Diamondback crowd back into this one. 42,882 here. 6th largest crowd to see a game this season for Arizona. And they have just been shaken awake by the Del Castillo pinch hit home run.
Well, game on the line. You've got to make better pitches. That's a pitch that hitters will refer to as right in the wheelhouse.
Well, this is one the Dodgers can't let get away.
Del Castillo in his 114th at bat, he connects for his 4th home run of the year.
1-0 the count to Perdomo. Stretching the pitch. High 2-0. Falling behind Perdomo, who represents the game's tying run. Dodgers led 4-0.
And Alex Vesia now throwing in the Dodgers pen.
2-0 pitch from Henriquez. Swung on a ground ball to first. Freddie's got it right along the line. He'll run down the line, step on the bag. And the inning is over. Diamondbacks get 3 runs on 3 hits, including a pinch hit 2-run homer.
Sopita en polvo con el mejor sabor. Tú y Maggi, el secreto del sabor dominicano.
Before he was feared on the field, Ronald Acuña Jr. was chasing wins on a different kind of field. For the Acuñas, el béisbol was a story told in fastballs and late-night rematches. Every loading screen was a part of the strategy. Smash de botones. Smash de jonrones. That's how La Bestia was born.
One is gone.
LA Dodgers are back. Back to the field for more LA Dodgers baseball. And now we return to the Galvin Motors broadcast booth.
Top of the 8th inning. Dodgers need some insurance. They're up 4-3, just a run now. And a new pitcher comes in and a couple of defensive changes. So Brandon Garcia, new left-hander, to face Mookie Betts. Garcia's first pitch in there for a strike. Jorge Barosa comes off the bench for Arizona to take over in center field. Tim Towle remains in the game, and he's in left. Just the 12th appearance of the season for Garcia in the major leagues. He's been in Reno, in AAA. Strike two to Betts, 0-2 the count. Left-hander, third base side of the rubber, kicks, deals. And this ball hit in the air to center field. Barosa broke back, now comes in. He'll settle under it, make the catch. And there's one out in the Dodger 8th. Top of the 8th inning brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, the MVP for fun, food, and good times. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Morongo celebrating 20 years of good times. Freddie Freeman, 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored tonight. Garcia's pitch. Breaking ball, swung on and missed, strike one. Nothing in one pitch to Freddie. And he'll look at it outside, spun away from the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, for Arizona, closing the gap, and they're running out of time to try and get included into the invitation for a wild card team.
Pitches in the dirt, 2-1. Well, we figured they'd play like the hair was on fire, and they did so in the bottom of the 7th after being stymied by Ohtani for 6 innings. But they got to Jack Dreyer and then hit a home run off of Edgardo Henriquez. Two ball, 1 strike pitch to Freddie. He looks at it low and away, and it's 3-1. Now Dreyer's going to get charged for 2. He gave up a single and then a run-scoring double to James McCann. And then McCann scored on the home run by Del Castillo. Pitch to Freeman. Hits a ground ball to second. Picked up by Marte. He'll sidearm over to first base for the out. 2 gone. A reminder, the Dodgers are back in the postseason. Now's your chance to experience the thrill of October baseball live at Dodger Stadium. Wild Card Series begins Tuesday. Secure your postseason tickets now at Dodgers.com/postseason. At the moment, we don't know the time of the game. Doesn't matter. We know it's Tuesday.
So Tuesday's going to get here before you know it. So don't get left out.
Max Muncy takes a strike at the knees.
It is so difficult to get to postseason play to begin with. Dodgers have done it rather consistently, but something you do not take for granted.
0-1 pitch, swung on, popped up. Shallow left center field. Coming in, Tim Towle calling for it. He'll make the catch, and Garcia has a clean inning. Dodgers go in order in the top of the 8th. 1, 2, 3. Ahead of the home half of the inning. Alex.
Before he was feared on the field, Ronald Acuna Jr. was chasing wins on a different kind of field. For the Acuñas, El Béisbol was a story told in fastballs and late-night rematches. Every loading screen was a part of the strategy. Smash de botones. Smash de jonrones. That's how La Bestia was born.
on the world champion LA Dodgers Audio Network.
Bottom of the 8th inning, Vesia the pitch against the second baseman, Ketel Marte. 4-3 Dodgers in front.
Some big swings right here.
Here comes the pitch from Vesia to Ketel Marte. He swings. It's a high fly ball. Left field, down near the line, drifting into foul ground. Conforto there, right near where the grass and the track come together. One pitch and one out for the Diamondbacks in the bottom of the 8th.
And that was a big, big swing.
Corbin Carroll next with one down. Tonight's game brought to you by First 5 California. 1 in 3 children are at risk of toxic stress, but there are things parents can do to help. Learn how to overcome it at first5california.com. Carroll tonight 1 for 3, 2 strikeouts. Base hit last time in the 6th. Left on left here. Pitch thrown high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Ohtani, the starter right now, that's still the pitcher of record. 91 pitches tonight for Shohei, a season high. 63 for strikes. 1-0. In for a strike called, and it's 1-1 to Corbin Carroll. Vesia Thursday night earned a save, his 5th of the season. As he looks in for the target from Rortvedt. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Another slider. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One on, nobody out. Right side of the infield deep for Corbin Carroll. And a 1-2. Tried for that outside corner and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gabriel Moreno on deck. Betts playing near the middle. Shading the bag. And the 2-2 from Vesia. Way up and in. That'll fill the count.
For Vesia, the last 7 games, he's been one of the more reliable guys out of the bullpen. In those 7 games, 6 innings, only 2 hits he's allowed. Only 1 walk.
Payoff pitch to Corbin Carroll. And it's low, ball 4. And Vesia has put the tying run on base.
And a guy that can run with the wind. We're talking a strong wind.
30 stolen bases. He's been caught 6 times. Now Moreno up. He's 0 for 3. Struck out swinging twice, and last time up in the 6th, fly to center. 4-3. Dodgers up a run. Bottom of the 8th, 1 out, 1 on. And a pitch timer violation is going to be ruled against Vesia. Rortvedt shaking his head like he doesn't agree, and he's trying to lobby, but it's not going to matter. So the count will be 1-0 to Moreno. Vesia out of the stretch, looks over at first. And the pitch. Strike call to the outside corner.
And Carroll again just keeps his feet constantly moving. He does not take a lead and just stand there. Constantly moving.
Carroll held on by Freddie Freeman. 1-1 from Vesia to Moreno. And it's a little bit high for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. The score from San Diego now is coming in final. Padres blanked the Brewers tonight. 7-0. So at the current moment, the Padres are 2 in back of the Dodgers. Here's a 2-1. And that's inside 3-1. I wanted to check down at first base, and the umpire Marvin Hudson said he didn't go.
I did notice during the 1/2 inning, there was somebody who was on the mound we normally don't see in that bullpen. It was Clayton Kershaw, just going through some dry throws, holding a baseball, not actually throwing.
3-1. That's high, ball 4. Moreno. Oh, is it? Thought it was a 3-1 count. It was.
Yeah, it's ball 4.
And Moreno didn't know, and they're sending him down to first.
Well, there's 6 games left. You're trying to get the wild card, and you don't know the count.
Well, he thought it was ball 4 initially, and he was convinced he was going to get another pitch to hit, but now Bessie has put the go-ahead run on base.
I mean, how on earth do you come to home plate and you're hitting and you don't know the count and you're trying desperately to get to postseason play?
Good question. Now, Blaze Alexander 0 for 3 in the game. Forced play in the infield, first and second, 1 out. Stretch by Vesia. And the pitch to the right-handed hitting third baseman. Missed inside, and Vesia now having trouble throwing strikes.
And no one is throwing in the Dodgers pen right now.
Dodgers had a 4-0 lead in this game. It's now 4-3, and the Diamondbacks threatening to tie it. Maybe take the lead. Here's a 1-0. And that one is in there for a strike. A slider.
Ground ball double play would fit in very nicely to the Dodgers here.
Yeah, just a ground ball to Betts. How about that? Even Muncy. Either one of those guys. Or whatever it takes for a double play here. Alexander runs well. So he would be tough to double up. He'd probably have to hit the ball hard.
Moreno doesn't run well. He's still trying to figure out the count.
1-1 pitch will wait. Inside move to second base, and back goes Carroll. Two on, 1 out. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch from Vesia. Runners go. Rortvett's going to throw down to second, and they got the runner nailed there. He threw behind Carroll, and he gets Gabriel Moreno for the second out of the inning.
Well, that's just not heads up by Moreno. I mean, Carroll just kept edging off, and he took off. No chance there, but just a late jump. Moreno following up. Diamondbacks want this reviewed on the tag at second.
Yeah, they're going to challenge it. They might win it. Throw was there in plenty of time, but Edman just didn't put the tag on it.
Arizona's challenging the out call at second base.
Edman just put the glove down.
It was a terrific throw by Rortvedt.
Yep. And the runner slid to the outside, and he pulled his hand away. It looks like he got his right hand in the bag before he was tagged. And I think this one's going to get overturned.
Well, Moreno's right hand did come off the bag for an instant.
But Tommy didn't hold the tag the whole way, though. But maybe he held it enough. Let's see. We'll check it out in New York. Oh, no,
his hand
out.
Came off the bag. He missed the tag to begin with, Edman, but he stayed with the tag enough and tagged him. It looked like on the left thigh.
Yeah, just saw that angle. You're right. So this one should hold up.
That's just not good base running. You've got a really speedy guy that's going to steal third, and you get a late jump. You know, if we were in spring training, I just also wonder if Edman would be called for interference because his left foot was towards the first base side of the second base bag and just about in the middle of the bag. Remember in spring training, they were so tight on changing that new rule.
And Marvin Hudson, the crew chief, looks like he's getting the word. He'll pass it along to us here in a moment. And here he is.
After the call on the field is confirmed, the runner's out. Arizona will lose their challenge.
Caught stealing 2-4.
Big one.
2 men out, but the tying run's at third, but it takes the go-ahead run off base. And Blaze Alexander with a 2-ball, 1-strike count, getting ready to step back in after the review. Now Vesia working on Alexander. Infield back with 2 down. And the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, ground ball, foul down the third baseline. Not by much, but enough. Corbin Carroll, who was taking his lead in foul territory, which you're supposed to do, he crossed over the line and went into fair territory when he saw that ball heading his way. Which is risky because if it comes up and hits you in fair territory, you're out. So 2-2. Vesia ready to throw. The stretch, the pitch. It is high and outside, and it's ball 3. Full count to Blaze Alexander. Bottom of the 8th, 4-3 Dodgers leading. Tying run at third. And the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Elevated the fastball and struck him out. Oh, a big pitch for Alex Vesia. No runs, no hits.
Some call it orgullo. Others call it el corazón taíno. But sometimes the journey is set on track with your ancestors cheering you on. For Francisco Lindor, el ting-ting de la plena was the first roar in the stands. Every at-bat was an encore. Every strike of the drum echoed like a promise. El destino no siempre avisa, pero llega con flow.
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body.
I don't even wait till they thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. Just toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green.
You are an all-star on the field and off, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
Galpin Motors broadcast booth.
Streaming right to your mobile device.
LA Dodgers baseball continues on its official home.
We'll be running, having great big fun till you got the note.
Teoscar Hernandez leads off in the 9th, facing a new pitcher, right-hander Ryan Thompson, kind of a sidewinder. He'll line up extreme third base side of the rubber and have a different-looking delivery. 4-3, Dodgers leading. And the pitch swung on and hit in the air to deep center field, but back after it is the center fielder Barossa. And over in the left center gap, he'll make the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out for the Dodgers in the 9th. And Conforto coming up next.
And Thompson, a big guy, 6'5". Doesn't throw all the way, not a submarine guy, but as you mentioned, it looks a little awkward.
So it's very low 3/4, maybe? I don't know. How else would you describe it? Not quite submariner, but...
He's a low 1/4.
He's a low, yeah, he is. And the Dodgers have a lefty warming up in the pen. Tanner Scott is throwing. 1 out, nobody on. Conforto with an 0-1 count. And Thompson slings one home, and this ball is bounced to the right side of the infield. Marte plays it on a couple of hops, throws it to first, 2 down. Top of the ninth, sponsored by Cars for Kids. Ready to donate your old car? Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS now. Friendly agents are standing by to take your donation. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
Bottom of the ninth, Arizona will have 6, 7, 8, and 9 in their batting order scheduled.
Tommy Edman now batting left-handed. Batted right-handed against the right-hander Brennan Garcia last time up, but now turns back to the other side. Takes a ball, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch. That is swung on and hit in the air to shallow left center field. Perdomo out. It's going to be caught by Tawa. Tim Tawa, the left fielder, came in, made a sliding foot first catch right around the shortstop Perdomo to take a hit away from Tommy Edman. Dodgers done in the top of the ninth inning. Tanner Scott coming on to try to finish things off.
Sopita en polvo con el mejor sabor. Tú y Maggie, el secreto del sabor dominicano.
Sometimes your calling doesn't shout. It hums. Like a lullaby floating through a warm night in San Pedro. Before he could walk, El Niño had already taken his first step toward greatness. For Fernando Tatis Jr., baseball wasn't just in the house because Papa was a pro pelotero. It hung over his cradle like a promise. Desde la cuna, El Niño ya tenía swing.
A sartorial issue here. There's the team name, Chicago Cubs, so it does work.
It's got the right color.
Yeah, it's gray.
Maybe there was something went wrong with his other one.
1-1 to Marte in the air, right to the guy we just showed you.
Learn more and secure your membership today at Dodgers.com/memberships.
Deep to right field. It is into the upper deck.
Back to the boys in blue. The world champion LA Dodgers audio network.
Never gets old.
Well, time to get rolling here in the bottom of the ninth. 4-3, Dodgers with the lead. Let's pause 10 seconds for our stations to identify themselves on the world champion Dodgers audio network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Tanner Scott facing Ildemaro Vargas, the first baseman. Switch hitter batting right-handed, takes low and in from the lefty Scott. On for the 52nd time. 22 saves in 31 opportunities for Tanner Scott. Trying to knock this one down for Ohtani, who's the pitcher of record. 1-0, and that is low and in, a check swing, and Vargas points out to the umpire himself, saying, hey, why don't you check that? Didn't need to. It's 1-1. Evan playing toward the middle. No changes in the outfield here in the ninth. And a 1-1 pitch. That's low and in. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Well, Call does take over in left.
Yes, you are correct. Missed him. So now it's Call out there. There's a swing and a ground ball foul back behind him. I looked through earlier and I was like, is that Call or Conforto? I thought it was Conforto, but you're right. A 2-2 pitch from Tanner Scott, and Vargas is hit by the pitch on a foot. And now the tying run is aboard with nobody out. He had him 2 strikes, and he hits him. So this is going to bring up Tim Tawa. Well, buckle up. Well, you never know. These last outs, we talk about it all the time. They're nerve-wracking. Well, Scott looking over at first, and here comes the pitch to Tawa. He'll bunt, and he'll pull the bat back and take a pitch high. Showed bunt very late.
Well, the bullpen of recent days, weeks, has been a trip through Adventureland.
Dodgers nursing a 1-run lead here in the bottom of the ninth. Nobody out, 1 on. Tawa looks to bunt, the pitch inside, and it's 2-0.
And that almost did it.
Two balls, no strikes. And Torlavello wanting Tawa to get one down to get the tying run in scoring position. And Tawa looks to bunt again, and it's up high 3-0. You may as well let him give you the out. I mean, there's no sense in pitching around, or not pitching around, but not throwing strikes.
And now you have to throw a strike.
Yeah.
Now, do you take off the bunt sign and say, hey, look, you get one swing. It may be a cookie because you know Scott has to throw a strike.
3-0 pitch, and he takes it, ball 4. You got to be kidding. Wow. And that pushes the tying run into scoring position and puts the winning run on base. And Mark Pryor's going to rush out of the first base dugout for a meeting.
Well, I mean, what do you say? You hit a guy on a 2-strike pitch. You walk a guy who's going to sacrifice, give himself up. You walk him on 4 pitches. You've been high, you've been low, you've been inside, you've been outside.
James McCann, the catcher who doubled and scored a run in the 7th, is coming up. Meeting is over. Pryor heading back to the dugout.
Both teams tonight 1 for 3, runners in scoring position. And for the Diamondbacks, they know that, there are not too many. They're running out of tomorrows. And if they're going to get to postseason, Dodgers know they're playing on Tuesday at home.
The Dodgers expecting the bunt. Freddie Freeman way in on the grass at first base. And with nobody out, Diamondbacks surely going to try to lay one down, and McCann bunts it foul. Landed near the third baseline. And that is strike 1 to McCann. Now, a lot of things can go wrong when you try to bunt too, for the hitter. They can pop it up. They can bunt it too firmly. You can get the lead runner out. A lot of things can happen.
He's going to try and bunt it to Muncy. And Muncy has to hold his ground at third base.
And Scott's going to have to come off and cover that side. Pitch is popped up back of the plate. And the bunt popped up foul, and that's back over the backstop and out of play.
Runner at first, you bunt the ball to the first baseman. Runners at first and second, you bunt the ball to the third baseman. Now with 2 strikes, do you dare even attempt to bunt? That was very bad mechanics in trying to bunt this last one.
Well, 2 strikes now in McCann. Runners lead first and second. Nobody out. Tanner Scott checks the runners, kicks, fires, tries to bunt with 2 strikes, gets it into fair ground. Muncy's got it, throws to first to Edman covering, and there's 1 out. The tying run is at third, and the winning run is at second.
It's another case, you can't close it out with 2 strikes there. I mean, that's... And went after what may have been ball 1. That was low and inside.
So Barossa comes up for the first time in the game. Jorge Barossa has not come in. The young outfielder out of Venezuela. Dodgers will bring the infield in. Ball game in the balance here, as Tanner Scott delivers home to the right-handed hitter. And he's got a strike in there on him. No balls, 1 strike to Barossa. Perdomo's on deck. One out, bottom of the ninth. Diamondbacks with a big-time threat here. Barossa waits at the plate, and the 0-1 from Tanner Scott. He tries to bunt, and bunts it. Foul. Oh, they were ready to squeeze him home. Safety squeeze there, but the bunt was just foul.
And Rortman, after going towards the ball down the third base line, he actually veered off to avoid the runner. No. The runner has to avoid the fielder in the action of trying to field the ball. Make the runner move.
You want to pick him up and tag him out there?
Well,
trying to get an out. 2 strikes on Barossa.
And Muncy's playing deep behind the bag at third. Only been about 8 feet, but he's behind the bag.
Field in, 1 out. Pitch. Swung on and hit in the air to left field deep. This ball heading back to the wall. It's caught by Alex Call. This will tie the game with a sacrifice fly. It's another blown save for Tanner Scott. And Shohei Ohtani gets a no decision out of this. And with 2 outs, the Diamondbacks still have the winning run in scoring position.
And the Dodgers just still, they're trying to figure out the bullpen, but they're getting too often some of the same results.
Well, it's the 10th blown save for Scott this year. A sacrifice bunt and a sacrifice fly. A hit batsman and a walk. That's how they've tied the game in the bottom of the ninth.
And the winning runs at second base.
And Perdomo, who is 1 for 4, is up. 1 ball, no strikes to him. Now it's 2-0 as the pitch goes low. Diamondbacks have come all the way back. The Dodgers led 4-0 at one point. It's now 4-4.
And Barossa, the sac flying, 60 at bats. He's hitting 150. Well, he came through big.
2-0 is there for a strike at the knees. 2 balls, 1 strike to Geraldo Perdomo. Scott will go down the back slope of the mound, pick up the rosin bag with his left hand, drop it back down. Runner at second is Tim Tawa. And the 2-1. And that is low and in. It's 3-1. Four, 2 down, bottom of the ninth. Pitch. Perdomo tried to swing, and he did actually. Came across the front edge of home plate. And that'll be strike 2. So Tanner Scott a strike away from sending this game to extra innings. Three ball, 2 strike count from, and here's the pitch. Swung on, base hit. Tawa's going to round third. Here comes the throw from Cole. Diamondbacks walk it off. For Arizona, their 35th comeback win, their 8th walk-off win. The Dodgers let another one get away. And now they're only a game and a half in front of the San Diego Padres with 5 to play. The Diamondbacks win it 5-4 on a 2-out, 2-strike walk-off hit in the bottom of the ninth by Geraldo Perdomo. Final numbers for the Diamondbacks: 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors, 6 men left. For the Dodgers, 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 3 men left. Ryan Thompson gets the win, 3-2. Tanner Scott gets a blown save and a loss here. He goes to 1-4. Time of the game, 2 hours and 40 minutes. And a huge disappointment to the start of this road trip. The Dodgers looked like they had this one wrapped up. But the bullpen came in after Ohtani pitched 6 shutout innings. And the wheel fell off the cart once again.
In the 6th home run by Ben Rortvedt, his first with the Dodgers. But, good outing really wasted by Shohei Ohtani. 91 pitches in the 6 innings, had 8 strikeouts, did not walk a single batter. But the bullpen is still, this is a big concern. All 5 runs scored off the bullpen. 4 different guys used. Dreyer gave up a couple of runs. Enriquez gave up a run on a home run. Vesia, he did some bobbing and weaving, even though he walked a pair, did catch a runner trying to steal on what was supposedly going to be a double steal. And then the 2 runs given up by Tanner Scott, who just looks like he's stuck in quicksand right now on the mound. Just not making good pitches. He got the first out. Hit that batter on a 1-2 pitch. Then there was a walk, a sacrifice bunt, and a sacrifice fly. And then with 2 strikes, you get the game-winning hit. And for Dave Robertson, I know just briefly talking to him, he's frustrated. Which way do you go? He keeps trying to get the guys back up on the horse, ride that pony again, but the pony keeps stumbling right now out of the bullpen, and stumbling kind of game after game.
Here's the reality of the numbers. The magic number stays at 3 with 5 to play.
Yep.
So the likelihood of clinching here in Arizona is less than likely now. Now it's looking like the earliest they could do it might be Friday in Seattle, but clinching is a whole other story because the Padres are all of a sudden playing well. They're playing a Brewers team that's got nothing to play for at this point. They've clinched everything. And the difference in the division is only now a game and a half.
I tell you what, overall in this ball game tonight, defensively, Arizona outplayed the Dodgers by a long shot. Some of the plays that they made, we mentioned really from the get-go. There are not too many tomorrows for the Arizona Diamondbacks. They're trying desperately to get an invitation to get to the wild card. They have a leg up in this series, and they're not going to take their foot off the throttle at all the next 2 either.
Still mathematically possible to clinch on Thursday here, but again, we'll see what happens. So it's coming right down to the end, folks. The Dodgers still lead the National League Western Division, but this is as close as the Padres have been in a little while now, a game and a half after their 7-0 win over the Brewers tonight at home. And they'll play another tomorrow. The Dodgers will get right back up and play again tomorrow night here. Blake Snell will be on the mound, the left-hander 5-4. Ryan Nelson is 7-3 for Arizona. That's going to do it for us for now from Chase Field. Join us tomorrow. Game 2 of this 3-game set against the Diamondbacks. Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck starts at 5:30 in the evening. First pitch is at 6:40. The Navy Dodgers Clubhouse Show with David Vassegh coming up next. Again, the Diamondbacks walk off the Dodgers tonight, coming all the way back to defeat them 5-4. For Rick Monday, Dwayne McDonald and Colin Yee back in our studios in Burbank. I'm Tim Neverett saying goodnight from Arizona. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Stand by. The postgame's next.
This is Petros and Money.
Playing at a huge stadium for UCLA is a problem. Nobody goes to UCLA games at the Rose Bowl. And of course,